Hey everyone.
Yo, what's up?
What's up? Welcome to
There we go.
number 15, I think it is, the AMP panel. How's everyone doing?
Hey, what happens when you do this?
We're going to find out.
Dave needs to have his own custom.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
you need to have your own custom one.
That's what you need. Definitely need a custom one for that. So this is, we're going to do the 1959 Super Lead. I can't believe after all the shows that we've done, we haven't done a show on this amp yet. Talked
The
about
amp
it. Obviously
started it all. Well, kind of. JTM 45, I guess, technically would start it all, but the lineage is the same.
Yeah. So before we get into that, I want to talk about what's everyone been up to. Because I haven't spoken to anyone apart from Shay over the last 4 or 5 weeks. Dan, you've been working or you've been on holiday? Bit of both.
No, man, I have been flat out. I've been blazing through rebuilds, mods, everything, you name it. It's kind of all landed on me like all of a sudden because I'm going to be away for the summer. So I go away at the very end of this week, actually. So then I'm, away in July for holidays and everything. But I just wanted to get through as much as I could before then, so I don't have everything landing on me immediately when I get back. But
you want to fly here and help me do that too?
Maybe after the holiday. I need a break now. So
you need to escape the heat of London, mate.
And it's been roasting. We've had basically around nearly 40 degrees Celsius. So it's in houses with no insulation, no aircon. It's pretty rough when you're sitting over a soldering iron. The hot smoke just you start to feel like you're melting into the amp. But
all you, man.
Exactly. I don't know if I could do that.
No, it's been brutal, but progress has been made. As you can see, there's a whole lot of hole drilling that's been going on there. There's about half a dozen other amps that are about the same as well. So it's just been crazy.
What's the bottom one? That's a 80s, isn't it?
This is an 85. It was a base series JSIM 800. So same tranny.
Redo everything.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Just got the whole thing down to a bare chassis, new board, new parts, everything, and then you can just use it like a blank canvas. So these are both killer Calis, but they've had tons of extra options done. So they've got a full Fender clean channel, switchable masters, switchable gain stages, different loops, they've both got tube loops that are series or parallel. They configure auto loops for the. It's got all that stuff in there. The top one is the first I've ever done of its kind, where I designed a full PCB replacement that's got all of the mods and all the switching functions, the relay stuff on it. Everything's completely, custom. Just I've done it all from scratch. So it's cool because I was able to do all this crazy stuff, but it doesn't look like wire spaghetti inside. It's really nicely done and really
for sure, man.
Work on. Yeah,
does that board replace the entire stock board, or it's just just the front end?
Yeah, the whole thing. So the whole ST1 comes out, and then this one drops in.
Nice
and it's
one, man.
got its own grounding system in it. It's got all the switching supply, everything all done. So I did all that with it, and it's great. But it's cool because it kind of opened up a few doors, for options that I could do with it that are kind of too fiddly to normally do. So it has assignable saturation switches per master, as well as the tube stage, so you can kind of switch whatever the fuck you want. It's kind of way too many options, but it's got everything.
Is it MIDI?
Is it MIDI? Well, maybe the next one will be MIDI.
This is where you went. This is
the only way you design.
This is where you end up. You see, Dan. This is where you.
That's
end
it.
Up. It's you get so many fucking options. It's actually, I need to put MIDI in this now. So.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
exactly.
just to switch it all. The logic of the switching is ridiculous.
Yeah, 100%. It's crazy shit. So I mean, it's got everything in there. There's a dirty mode on the clean channel. There's 2-3 different high gain modes in it. It's crazy shit. So, but it's great. It's cool. It's probably the most loaded one I've ever done.
Wow.
Point.
That's saying a lot.
But it's cool. It's been fun. So it's been a real learning process. But came out better than I thought it was going to come out.
That cost someone a fortune.
Oh yeah. Probably the most expensive. It's the most expensive amp I've ever done for a customer.
But that's the first. So that amp's the first amp that's had this circuit board that you've designed. It's the first one that it's gone in. Well, man, that's a big milestone, man. Well done. That's awesome.
It's kind of changed the way now how I want to approach them, because I don't want to have to work with the
once man, there's no going back, man.
No, exactly. It's like,
did you have to do any revisions?
I know when you look at it, you've got all the hours of designing this stuff and everything, but then it pays off massively when you are able to just open up an amp and be like, yep, okay,
bam,
no bullshit. It's great. So
man.
Did you have to do any revisions on the board, or did you just nail it on the first try?
It actually nailed it on the first one.
Nice.
But I spent ages kind of like staring at the layout and everything. I was like, oh shit, I need to redo that. And then like I'd come back to it like 3 days later and I'm like, oh, maybe it was better the old way. And then you're like constantly switching.
Yeah.
Dave,
we know.
Brown planes.
All about that.
It was always better the first time, man.
It's always better the first time. Yeah. And my actually motto in these days though also is kind of simple is better.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that isn't what that is, but simple is always better.
Yeah, totally.
There's always some compromise, in multi-channel things. There's always some sort of little compromise that you're making, well, if I want to do this and not have 12 preamp tubes in it, that are discrete, well then I gotta do this and I gotta add this resistor because it won't switch right, and then that's not optimal value. Maybe it's kind of close, but kind of this, and then it's going through a bunch of stuff, and I don't know.
There's no free lunch.
Well, that's it. With this one, any compromises for me, I've got it to the point where I can't sense it or feel it with my hands, and my ears can't hear it now with the amp switcher doing the switching.
Yeah.
So with that one, it's good. Cool. But there are times where you're trying to kind of shoehorn 2 or 3 circuits into one box, and it's like you're struggling with that thing to stop them from being a compromise. It is tough sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's being thought out and you're actually implementing a design that was multi-channel from inception, it's fine. Like you can just work through it. But,
exactly. And if you're not worried about tube count, then there's no problem. It's you can kind of get around that kind of stuff. But obviously you don't want to have like 12 or 15 preamp tubes in there. Still, still.
That was like the
7.
Yeah, that was like the I had the diesel stereo prototype amplifier in my shop, the very first one, prototype, and it was all hand wired on a turret board. With all 4 channels, the whole 9 yards, the stereo 50-watt power sections, the whole.
This is what became the VH4S.
Yes.
That amp though. Yeah.
But it was all discrete preamp tubes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I forgot how many, but it was like 12. It was something like 10 or 12. I forgot exactly how many.
Yeah.
And you're like looking at it and looking at all the preamp tubes, and you're like, yeah, that's discrete tubes. I see 4 cathode followers in the amp, and like all, and I'm like
2-phase inverters, the whole thing. Yeah. I can remember
it working again.
I can remember the first VH4 that I ever saw on the bench. And I couldn't believe, you guys probably already know this, right? But I couldn't believe how many components were not in the PCB or on the PCB.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because he changed what he did and over the years, and it became a kind of a clusterfuck.
A little bit.
Yeah.
The PCB was just kind of like a guide, like a rough guide.
There's a lot of things bypassing the
all bypassing, all flying through the air, and it was crazy. I was like, what? Yeah. And I actually thought it had been modded, right? Like aftermarket.
Yeah.
And then until I got my second VH4 to look at, and I was like, oh, this is how
that's the way it is.
Wow. I'm too OCD for that. Like, yeah.
Yeah. So Dave, what have you been up to, mate?
Man. Well, other than I've decided that amps at my shop, I think in the evening they multiply. I'm pretty sure they're having babies here, because that's what it seems like, because there's a never-ending like amount of them, and I'm like, wait, how long?
It's one of these things.
How long has this been here? Oh my God, I got to get this done.
Yeah,
and I just don't have enough hours in the days to get everything done. And I try to put some of the work off too. Like I try to look, I can't take it right now because it's just not fair. I got to get this other stuff done, and that's I mean, same old story, same thing all the time.
Oh yeah.
You have to be you have to become super selective.
Yeah,
I kind of go through a screening process when people call me with amps I want to send in now.
Yeah, the trouble is I want to do a lot of them. When they ask me, it's just like, but can you wait?
Yeah,
it's not like I have anyone to send them to get something done. It's like there's just not a lot of people.
There's no one, man. There is
doing
a
it,
few, but not. It's not many people.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think people wait.
Yeah. They wait.
People are usually okay to wait. They know that it's worth the wait. They're getting a premium service, premium product. It's like, it's worth the wait.
Right.
Yeah.
But they get excited because they know you got the amp, so then they're hitting you up all the time because they're excited to get their amp back. So
a day after you got it.
They can
day after you got it.
You open well, that's you can do personality profiling based on how guys respond after they've given you your amp. Like there's the guys that almost forget about it, and you have to contact them, and they go, oh yeah, that's right. All the way through to the guy that says, I'm in no hurry, and then the next day, how's it looking?
I haven't taken it out of the box yet. That's the answer.
Exactly like it was when
it's sitting in the front room in the box where that UPS dropped it off.
Yeah, I mean it's fine. It's something to be excited about anyway. So whatever.
It is good. It is fun. I had a call from a guy last week. The JCM 800. JCM 800. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, I think I can help you with that. What model is it? And then he rolled off a model code that I didn't instantly recognize. And I was like, oh, okay, hang on. So I looked it up, and it's the split channel 2x12 combo.
Oh,
so 2205, 50 watt, so 2205 and a 2x12 combo.
And that's the perfect amp for that circuit board. Got it. New thing.
Those actually, good point. Yeah, those kind of amps are great for that kind of thing. I know obviously, a lot of people hate touching those things for normal mods, but if you're going to do rebuilds, I mean,
it's fine.
Pretty good. I mean, there's a good tube count in there already. So plenty of holes drilled on the front.
Yeah,
which I'm always happy about because it saves me having to drill a shit ton of them.
This is true. He doesn't want to rebuild. This is just a simple. This is like this to the guy's credit, right? He'd owned this amplifier, so it was a 80, I guess a mid to late 80s, 86 somewhere around this, 87. He's owned it since new.
Oh, cool.
Wow, that's cool.
And never changed the tubes.
Probably not.
Never had any work done on it ever.
Yeah.
I had that once. A guy brought a 77 JMP half stack to my place that he was selling to one of my customers, and he owned it from new. Never had it worked on. It never needed a repair. Nothing at all.
Yeah.
It's like I opened it up. I was just like, the experience of opening up a 70 JMP. The first person to ever open that thing up. It's like opening a time capsule. You know,
that's fun. Yeah.
Like, like that as you open
for
it.
Sure.
Like the, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool.
It's like something out of an Indiana Jones movie, then.
Mate, exactly. Yeah, 100%. And yeah, great experience. I mean, it had that kind of that smell that you just, I don't know how to even describe that smell, but they have it.
Oh no, man.
Oh yeah.
It's like we've talked about the solder joints.
Oh yeah.
That the 70s ones though, there's something about the 70s ones that smell.
The sweet smell.
Yeah, there is. It's something that's baked into those like old crusty solder joints.
Yeah.
Especially
what's been happening with you, Shay? What have you been up to, man?
Oh man, mod and building.
Everyone's on the mod.
It's been fun. I've quite enjoyed work the last month. It's been pretty fun, man. I finally did mod the 900 SLX I picked up, and wow, first one I've done. Man, Jason told me, he was like, man, when you mod that, you should try to keep as much as what's there instead of just doing the thing that you do to it. And I did, and killer amp, man. Very killer. So real stoked. Would like to do more of those for sure.
Cool.
The thing that I'd forgotten about in that circuit, because Shay and I obviously have spoken about what he's done to it, and I'd forgotten about it until we revisited the schematic. But the cathode follower on the second stage driving that first gain pod, I'd completely forgotten about it, even though I know we spent hours on this stream talking about it. I was like, oh yeah, that thing, that's right.
I did not touch any of that stuff up front. Yeah. I touched none of it. I left it, and it sounded great. Yeah. So, man, killer amp.
They're really cool.
Yeah, man. And the effects loop was fine. 94. The effects loop sounds pretty good.
It's not a shit loop. I mean, it's great. It's considering the time it was made, right? I mean, there wasn't that many amps that had great loops back then. So I mean, it's totally good enough.
Definitely good enough.
I had a fun one. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead, man.
I had a fun one through. I had a Carlsboro amp that was modded by Hermanson.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
And it's 2 channels.
50 top.
Huh?
Is it a 50 top? Is it a Carlsboro 50 top? 100 top?
100. Yeah. And it was 2 channels. And a guy bought it that was already modded. Someone bought it here from another guy that I think it was modded in 2019 or something. And it looks, I got to send you guys a picture. It looks cool as shit. The knobs he used and stuff on it and everything. It's just, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's cool.
His stuff is cool. Like,
and I glanced at it and I'm like, yeah, it sounds cool. I'm not going to trace it down because no way.
Yeah.
I was kind of curious, but I'm like, not that curious. It would be a lot of work to actually figure out, anything was going on there.
I'm the same, Dave. I had one of those amps, one of his modded. It was 9059.
It sounded good.
Sounded cool. And I was like, I was curious, but then it's like,
I gathered it didn't have cathode followers, so I gather it was play fed.
Yeah, so probably like
at least I think, huh?
Five gain stages or something, probably. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So how many preamp tubes did it have? It might not have been the 5 gain stage one. It might have been the 4 gain stage one.
Yeah. Whatever the case, his stuff always sounds like just like it fills the room.
Like it's tight and kind of, percussive and like just big, and it sounded really good.
Is it kind of like, is the gain response a little bit dry? Like, does that make sense or not?
Not really. It cool. It was cool. It was really cool. I mean,
because I was kind of concerned that, like, sometimes when you hear stuff that's really like pummeling aggressive, you hear it in clips and you can't always tell if it's gonna feel like it's got some saturation to it, or if it's just dry. And because I think of like VHT as that kind of dry, gritty.
No, it felt good. It felt pretty good. I mean, tight, but it felt. I would hate too dry and too tight and too stiff. And when I'm playing it, I'm like going, yeah, all right. So I mean, I know I didn't feel that way, so. You know,
that's cool.
It was cool though. It looked amazing. You did a good job.
It works good.
Yeah.
It's got kind of like the sound's kind of got like an Engel vibe a little bit to it. The one that I did.
Okay, I could see that. Yeah, a little bit. Maybe a little tighter though. Like
definitely tighter.
It's cool.
Sound like they're quick. Like the percussiveness, it makes it sound like it's a quick responding amp, you know.
Yeah, when you chunk on A strings or something, you really it just like you know, you really it's like really cool. But it's warm at the same time. It's interesting.
It's very full. What I remember,
it does a good job.
Yeah. It was the workmanship inside the amp was amazing. I remember that. And I thought when I played the amp, it was like it filled in all the frequencies.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, there's no holes, or it's just like really full sounding, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really cool stuff.
So I'm just gonna say, thumbs up.
Yeah,
it's good. And you know, I have no idea what was going on in it. I kind of looked and I'm like, oh no.
Well, you get to that point, man.
That's why nobody's copied them yet, you know. That's why nobody's copied them yet. So
yeah, I mean,
good on him.
I'm not looking to copy him. I was just curious, but yeah, I don't know. So it was. Well, it would take me like 2 days to trace it all down.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just not. I'm just not that into. I don't have enough time.
No, it's
exactly.
I got amps. I got babies babies happening around here. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
hey, I will say. Go ahead, Jason.
I was just going to say, and you've got your own ideas, Dave. I think you get to the point with the stuff where, I mean, now when I look at an amp, I'm more curious about the construction method.
Yeah.
And the workmanship and this kind of stuff, like rather than
same.
You know, what plate resistor was this and what cathode? Like, yeah, whatever. I'm not that interested in that anymore.
I like a rough idea what was going on with things. Like we've analyzed circuits and looked at things, and it's fun to look at and stuff. But it doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to use it. I mean, it's just like fun to see what someone else did, and and that might spur an idea in your head to try something else that you've never tried to mix it in with what you do. You know, I think this is how anyone learns, and we all, you know, progress. I mean, this is how anyone learned, you know, ever in amp world.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
true. It's like, what did they do? Oh, that was cool. Wow. Well, what
totally
if I did this and that?
So I actually did a recent example of that. So my mate Zoran over here, who I've modded at least 3, maybe even 4 Marshalls. He's got one of yours, Dan.
Yeah, man.
You know the guy I'm talking about, right?
Videos. Yeah. He's got like the wall of amps with yours and mine in there all together.
That's
really cool.
Yeah. So he had a power transformer die actually on one of his vintage Marshalls, so I did a changeover for him. And when he dropped the amp off, he bought your one around. So I had I had a look inside it, man.
Very cool, man. How did you like it? What did you think?
Yeah, it's cool as, man. I played that amp before. The exact one. Because this was Fraser. You did this amp for Fraser.
Oh, yeah, Fraser, true. Fraser. I did 2 for him, didn't I?
I know him.
Yeah, everyone knows him.
Have we all done an amp?
I did some stuff for him too, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, he's really a super nice guy.
Yeah, he's cool. He's a cool dude. So he obviously, this is the amp. Well, it's a Killer. That's the Killer Kelly, I believe.
Yeah.
It's not the Rock Monster.
No, this is Killer Kelly. Four stage.
So anyway, man, I had a quick look at it just because I was curious. Like, I wanted to see the workmanship, you know, which was obviously awesome. Yeah, but man, and Zoran's like, you know, aren't you curious as to what he's done? And I was like, not really. I kind of know, you know, like,
Yeah.
Just I was more interested in just seeing some of your work, man, and which was
The
great.
work itself, yeah.
Yeah, man, that's cool. I mean, you know what? There's a lot of this stuff, like to guys like us who have all been doing this for quite a long time. It's you get pretty familiar with how a lot of these circuits, like what they're kind of loosely based on, variants of things and everything, and you kind of already have a good idea just when you immediately look, even if you don't know component values. You know, in your own mind, you could come up with a schematic of something along those lines that would be, you know, somewhere similar.
Exactly.
And you know, so it's. I think we're all the same when we look at, you know.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
but it's cool when you look inside and you see how someone approaches, like how they do
This
their
is
layout.
it, man.
Yeah, it's the thing that I'm more interested in, like how they do their layout, how they do their grounding. Are there any unusual looking things that I've not seen someone do in terms of like the way they position stuff or the way they do it? And you know, it's just everyone's
you
got
can get ideas, right? They become jumping points that you can kind of
exactly. Like everyone's got their own kind of like style of the way they wire stuff up inside, and you can tell pretty quick. Like
and the components they use, all that stuff, you know.
Yeah.
It's all interesting to us.
Yeah.
Super interesting, man.
Yeah, I can't remember how long ago that was from. I got a feeling, wasn't that from like the pandemic or something when I did that?
I think it was somewhere around that time. I remember Fraser posting. So he has a little YouTube channel. I'm not sure if he's still running it, but I think he featured that amp that you modded on there, and it was probably around the pandemic time. I first played it at one of these local amp fest things that some of those guys run, and I kind of went to a couple of those. And that was probably 3 years ago or something like that.
Yeah, so it's got to be around that kind of time. Yeah, because I did two for Fraser, and I just don't remember which came first. But I did one that was like a Jose for him, and then the other one was a Killer Cali. But I think the Jose, I don't know. I think obviously the Jose was more his bag, you know. So
the other thing that was a really nice touch, which I hadn't seen before in a modded amp, was the little booklet that it came with.
Oh yeah. I write a user guide for every amp.
A user guide.
Cool, man.
I kind of, you know, like a PDF thing that I.
It was personalized though, you know, like
it's always personalized, and I always switch it up. I don't send one that's got everything listed on it like possible. I send just what's in their amp, you know, and it's got like a little message in there and stuff. So I just kind of always thought it was kind of cool.
They like that.
Yeah, I like stuff. I always do that, and I always send out like a little handwritten note thing, you know, like almost like a little card, you know, with every amp, you know, just with a little message written on it and stuff. I just think it's like that, and some guitar picks. And I actually, I got that idea from. I got that idea that was inspired off of what Tim Mills at Bare Knuckle does.
Oh yeah.
When you buy Bare Knuckle pickups, you get a lovely box. That inside of it, it's got a sticker, it's got a guitar pick, and you get you know what? I've got one literally on my desk right now.
Oh yeah, I've got one of those. Yeah,
coaster.
Yeah, coaster. Yeah, and it's like it's logically a brilliant business move because I mean you're always going to need a coaster on your desk, right, for your drink. And every time you put your drink down and lift it up, you're gonna be like, "Oh, Bare Knuckle." You know, it's like such a great idea. So I was thinking the same way with like, you know, pics and a little message and stuff. It's just things that stand out.
Coaster's a good idea, man.
Yeah. People are not just paying for an amp; they're paying for an experience.
Yeah.
I'm a big believer in that. So I want it to be like, I want it to be special from the whole thing. So
Tim got one of my Jose's from me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
He's like, yeah. You know,
Tim's awesome.
Yeah.
He's,
we got a few super chats here, guys. So we should.
Hey, real quick, let me bust in for 1 second, just because I just wanted to say so. This last month, Tracy pulled up in a damn 50-foot tour bus in front of my house. The neighbors were probably going, "What the hell's going on over here?" But no, he was a great hang, man. He was awesome, and you know, we played some guitar. He brought in. I've never played a Friedman guitar before, and he brought that one in, the red one.
Yeah,
dude, that's a killer guitar, man.
Yeah,
Diver
that
down.
diver down guitar, his diver down
it's so
guitar.
cool, right?
Yeah,
I played plenty of Friedman amps, but never the guitar, and that thing was nice.
that's his favorite guitar. He's using it
good on
almost exclusively on tour.
Yeah, played great, sounded great, really good. But yeah, man, that's about it. We had a blast, man. Went and ate some pizza, and they headed off, and we're gonna go see him.
Tracy's awesome.
We're gonna go see him July 15th in Louisville, and
cool.
Kyle Rhodes is gonna go down there with me. So yeah, man,
I'm gonna go see him on Wednesday here.
Cool,
nice. I'm gonna try and catch him later in the year when he comes to the UK.
Oh yeah, he'll be out there. Yeah, you gotta hook up with him.
Yeah, definitely.
And he just gave us $100.
And thank you, Tracy, for giving us $100.
Yeah. I've already asked him if he's coming to Australia. He's like, no. Okay. I'll have to go there then. All right.
That's it.
Yeah, so Tracy's given us a big whopping super chat. Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
You're a legend, man. And we do have a few questions here, actually. So we'll hit these. And then we'll get into that. Sorry.
I did hook him up with a bunch of PCBs. So he's got a bunch of stuff to play with.
Oh yeah,
I
sent him some stuff already. So,
yeah,
but that's cool. Yeah, he's he wants to get back to his bench building amps, I think. Okay, so Flesh84 has a super chat. Thank you. It says, anyone have an inside scoop if the guys at Soldano have plans to modernize the SLO, tighten it up, independent EQ, and does Mike still design for them? Dave,
I guess I'd be the answer.
Yeah, you'd be the one.
I'm gonna handle this to you, man.
Mike still is loosely involved. He still does some things, sure. And that's a good question on the SLO. I don't think there's any current plans for that. And to be honest, they already did tighten it up, because it's got one tighter capacitor value in the front end from what a stock SLO is. So it's already been tightened up. So yeah, that's what I have to say about that. So yeah, I don't know. Who knows what the future? I mean, yeah, that would be cool. But I mean, how much would it be? I mean, like, if you build it like the SLO 100, it's already pretty expensive, right? It's $4 or a little over $4. And if you added a whole nother channel, and if you use the same kind of pots, which are getting to be a problem, PEC pots is kind of utter. They've gotten stupid.
Yeah,
they already were stupid.
They were stupid before, but now they've gotten almost to the point of, I can't use that.
Yeah.
Gonna have to use something else. There's no choice.
Yeah.
If you're paying $25 for a pot, come on.
No way. You can't afford to have independent.
They're not nice enough for $25. Let me tell you, they should be plated in gold for $25.
Yeah. They're just one controller.
One tone control, man. That's all you're allowed.
Yeah.
Just like
we made the new Soldano, but we can't afford the pots anymore. So you're gonna get one.
Yeah,
exactly. Okay. Victor86BT, another super chat. Thank you. He says, can you recommend a neck humbucker that will attenuate bass and low mids so it doesn't get muddy on an open E power chord, but still have PAF mids?
I have a suggestion.
Go for it.
Our neck, our Friedman Classic neck humbucker is really good at not being muddy in the neck. Not having that mud. It's almost, it's not exactly, but almost single coilish in nature. It doesn't have all. It never sounds muddy, and I've been told this a million times by people. So that's one thought. I'm sure there's other thoughts on this too, but it is a problem normally. Like most PAFs do sound kind of muddy in the neck.
Yeah, they could be really, really too like round in the bottom end. It kind of starts to get slurry and weird. The the bare knuckle polypath is cool. It's one of their newer ones. I've got a set in my my white Les Paul, and it's like it's a PAF that's like idealized for the more modern player. So it's not as quacky as a PAF is, and in the neck position, they sort of address that kind of overly woolly bottom end thing. So you can really run it into a gainy amp, and you can shred with that thing, and it'll be tight enough on the lows that it's not going to just flub out. It's cool. That one's pretty good. Also, I think the Duncan Pearly Gates neck can be pretty cool as well. I had that in a Super Strat at one point, and that was quite good for having that kind of path voicing, but you know, without being kind of totally squishy and, you know, round on the bottom end. So yeah, there's
awesome.
Probably a few good choices out there that can do that.
Cool. Nice one. And we've got another super chat here from Flesh84. It says, Dave, watching your NAM videos, trying to figure out what's in that rack equipment. I'm guessing it's an attenuator and power conditioner. Is that right? What accessory equipment do you guys recommend?
Well, I mean, that sort of depends on what year you're referring to and what, you know, what video it was. I've used different things. I mean, most likely, there might have been a Furman in something, maybe, you know, but and that was just for convenience, really. There probably was an amp switcher for sure. There could have been at times some rack mount delays, like an SD 3000. Again, depending on the year and what video you're referring to. And or I mean, if it's current video, then it would have been our IR load box and amp switchers, basically. So it's always some form of amp switching with effects processing and all that stuff. So yeah,
right on.
Got to have the SDE 3000s in there, Dave. Come on.
Well, that's super cool, sure. But I mean, there's lots of stuff that does that now. So I mean,
I know.
Yeah.
Hey, let's give a shout out to Lamb Chopper. Have you guys watched the Lamb Chopper's channel?
Yeah, man. He's got the parrot.
He's got the parrot, man. So this is Anthony. He's up in far north Queensland, up in up in Townsville, which is like right at the top of, you know, it's a long way from here, right? From where I am down the bottom of Australia. So he's got, Anthony, what do you got? 150,000 subscribers, something like that. Cool channel.
He's got a good channel. Lots of thrash metal stuff.
Yeah, thrash metal.
Real
it's
good.
all about getting classic killer metal tones out of mostly inexpensive gear. It's cool.
Oh, I do know his channel. Yeah. Now I remember. Yeah.
You know the dude, right?
Yeah. Totally. Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah.
It's hard to forget a guy with a parrot, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, this is it. Okay, so we're going to do, I got sent pictures of a couple of amps here. We're going to do our stockish segment before we get into the Super Lead. We're finally going to get into a conversation about the Super Lead, guys, so don't worry about that. You know we always spend the first hour just fucking around talking about other stuff. So, okay, here's the first one. And I really haven't looked at these amps either, so it's just going to be kind of a first look.
Always fun.
Everybody. I'm just got to choose the right window first. Okay. So this is the amp that was sent in, and we're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I've seen 6550s look like that before.
Yeah.
Well used.
Well used. Yeah.
Looks stock from the outside.
It does, doesn't it?
That's good.
Yep.
Yeah, looks stock from the outside. It's the low plate voltage amp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, that looks.
Let's go down the front end a little bit here. So what do we got here?
Oh, I see something.
Yeah, 224.
Yeah.
All right. I've actually had one look at the sample already, so I know. Is it stock or stockish?
Stock-ish. The output transformer's been changed.
Oh yeah.
At some point in time, and it looks like a dual wire.
But that
one, meaning each tap has dual wires.
Yeah,
So,
I had one of these on the bench a little while ago. With the same deal.
The board is relatively all stock, except maybe for the bias. Maybe those aren't stock bias caps. Maybe they are.
Yeah, I think those are original. Those are.
Okay.
This would be from about maybe 78, I think.
And then the question that one yellow cap might be original. It probably is.
Yeah.
Everything else looks pretty original.
Yeah, it does.
Did
we not pull this exact amp up last time? Or am I? Why have I seen this? Maybe you just maybe shared it with me, Jason.
I think I showed it to you when it first came.
I think that's just it.
Yeah, that's all I can spot right off the bat.
So the guy that got this had this was a new purchase for him. He had my memory of the email that he sent, because Dave, he sent it to you as well, right? He
did.
Yeah, I think he'd only just.
Oh, maybe I get a lot of emails. I can't remember everything.
Yeah, no, but it was the same thing. You looked at it and you said, "Oh, the output transformer had been changed," and he was devastated.
Oh yeah, I remember him. Yeah, I remember him.
But it
depends.
It was bone stock, but it's fine, right?
It depends on what year.
Yeah.
Okay.
What
go
transformer
back to
that is?
It looks. Wait. Go back to the picture of the transformer, Jason. Yeah, right there. Now that looks like a stock Dagnell.
That's what I mean.
Is it a Drake? Sorry, maybe it's a Drake.
It could have been changed long ago.
Yeah, or it
could have been rewound.
It could be rewound.
It's either a rewind, or they might have kept the end caps from the start and put it on to make it look good. Because I've seen that with with power transformers, where people have kept the end caps and just swapped them on to make it look original, but you get inside and you can see straight away that the wire insulation is all fresh and new. It's all shiny. It's not got that kind of old texture to it. So it could be that. But
although it does look old.
Looks rusty.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably old.
Nice rusty transformer.
It's a mystery.
I really wouldn't worry about it. It wasn't like it was like this holy grail transformer of that era. It really necessarily wasn't,
If it sounds good.
If it sounds good, it's good.
Yeah. Exactly. Man. Doesn't matter what transformer it is. If it sounds good, it is good.
All right.
Yeah.
Next one.
What else you got?
Okay, let me just get rid of this on my screen because it's too many windows open here. Share screen. Okay, next one.
Okay.
What can we see?
Filter caps right away.
Been recapped?
Yeah, recapped.
Mm-hmm.
That's a positive thing.
That
again, another low voltage amp, probably.
Yeah, it looks like it would be. Yeah. It's been assembled by.
Read the top.
What does it say?
Blowjob.
Oh,
Cindy something gives head.
Cindy, was it somebody gives head?
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, blowjob.
Oh my god.
That's funny.
Okay.
Yeah, the output transformer looks different.
The Easter egg right there.
Yeah.
That's funny. That did not come from the factory.
Maybe it did.
Maybe it did. Maybe it did.
I had lunch beers that day. Never know.
All right, let's have a look on the inside. Oh, the dreaded.
So this has got to be around, I'm guessing.
Early SD1.
Oh yeah.
This is probably like 74.
Yeah.
74.
Yeah. Or late 73. I think
Yeah,
that's when
yeah.
it started.
Wow.
Yeah.
The famous great circuit board.
Oh,
I've
worst
got
thing in the world.
74 with that board still in it, and at some point it's coming out.
But the good news is mostly not touched. So
Yeah.
This
bias splitters look like they've been touched. The bias caps have been touched.
Bias resistor too.
Yeah.
Those bias splitters,
treble cap.
they almost
Treble
look
cap
like they've done the they've clipped the originals and soldered onto
Yeah.
the legs that are still there.
Yeah, the tone stack treble cap is not stock. That's been clipped and wrapped.
Yep, I can see that.
I also would take a guess that the slope resistor is not stock, even though the value is stock.
Yeah.
It might be. It wouldn't be the first time I've seen an untouched Marshall that had a carbon comp, but they're usually those other ones. I forget the name of them.
I mean, the components are nice. That board just really sucks. It's not friendly at all. You just look at it.
Fine if you don't have to do anything to it.
Yeah.
Just never touch it, and we're all good.
Yeah, just don't touch it.
Don't touch it.
I have methods though, like if we're gonna work on a board like this, I definitely heat from the top and pull the part upward instead of heat from the bottom. And it helps, but it doesn't always help, but it can help.
Yeah, it's
Or
tricky
turn it down a little bit.
If they've kind of bent the leads under the board before they soldered it.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass then.
Man, it always fucking pulls the trace up.
Yeah. It sucks.
Sometimes you get a couple where they've just pushed them in and then soldered them, and it's great.
And this is when you should just replace this board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you're going to do something to it, you should.
I mean, you could even pull parts off of it and then put it in the new board and replace it. It's just, you obviously want to keep mustards and things like that, but
Those little Limco caps, or what are they called? Dog bones. Those are really cool.
Those are great.
Love those things.
Are awesome.
But this era amp, that low plate voltage really is just like shitty. It's just not great.
Yes, it wouldn't be my first choice.
I mean, it really for a super lead style amp, it's kind of like, you can make it better.
Yeah, I mean, depending on what you're after, like if you're gonna use it like more for lead tones rather than trying to get like the proper grunt for like the rhythm stuff. For lead tones, they're real nice. I mean, so.
But this one already has like 210Ks and the droppers, and it's super low voltage across the board.
Yeah,
if in fact this is, I'm assuming this is, most era amps like this are low voltage. It at least you want to jumper one of those 10Ks just to get the voltages up.
Yeah, well, they also at some point they started putting I seen loads that had 8.2Ks throughout rather than 10s, and and they did the second one after the extremes. So just a single 8.2K instead of 2 10s, and it's definitely better when it's lower. I mean, you can lower them a good amount without problems. So it
just ups the voltage to the whole thing.
Yeah. Exactly.
Which is a moving target depending on the amp.
Yeah.
What sounds good? What, this one or this voltage? Or this voltage?
Well, that's it. I mean, if you just dial it in and play test it and try a few things, then sometimes you just end up with a value that you wouldn't have kind of expected to put in,
right?
Like by default, and it can just be in that one particular amp. It's just like that combination. That's particular voltage at a certain point just works, you know.
Yeah.
So that's why it's definitely cool to experiment with this stuff.
Definitely is. All right.
Anything else?
What do we? No, that's all I got, man.
Okay.
So are we rating that? We're calling that stock. What's
That's
our rating? What have we got? Like stock, stockish, and not stock.
I'm going stock. I'm
gonna go stock because I don't think replacing the bias caps are that
No.
Yeah,
it's like maintenance stuff, isn't it?
That's just maintenance stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fully on board with, you know, recapping old amps and things. So many people like, don't touch the caps. Honestly, like, what is the point of, like, it's like running a vintage car on the original oil. You know,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You can never do it with a car, you know. So, you know, just treat amps good, you know, look after them.
All right. I got one other thing at the show before we get into this conversation. So there's on the back of the Jose show that we did. This guy. So Dave, this guy might have seen it in your email as well. But there's this guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I haven't looked at this in any great detail at all. I just want to flick it up on the show so the guys watching this might want to go and have a play with this website. So one of the guys that watches the show is obviously a web developer of some description, has built this website, which is he's building it as a kind of a knowledge base for Marshall mods, particularly kind of based around Jose mods. But I believe you can.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's interactive. You can click on different things in here.
This looks super cool.
Changes what's going on in the schematic. So
can't you alter the circuit and then listen to it?
Yes. He's built some kind of modeling.
I looked at it and I was like a little confused, and then I was like, okay, this is too much for my brain to comprehend right now. And I just kind of was like, okay.
Yeah. But he's posted this on a few of the AMP forums, like he's put it up on Rig Talk and a few other things. So I think he's, you know, looking to get feedback from the community and see if he can improve it and do something with it. But I just thought it was
looks pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty cool, man. Worth a shout out for sure. So it's clearly a lot of work's gone into this already. So
this stuff, you know, it disappears. You know, you think about all the knowledge that was on the Metro forum, it's gone. Yeah, man. Lots of really great knowledge on this.
I mean, even Plexi Palace too, long years ago, you know, and there was a bunch of stuff on there, and there's tons of stuff on Metro. All that stuff's gone. I think really AMP information and stuff that we do has disappeared remarkably over the years from the internet. I mean, you used to be able to search something just like, you know, opinions on whatever 12AX7, and you used to get all this information from all these pretty knowledgeable people and opinions. Now it's like you get an AI post about it and you're like, okay, that's probably wrong anyway.
Yeah. All the AI shit's always wrong.
It's fucking wrong.
It's not. It's a general.
I mean, sometimes you get some information that's useful to you, you know, and at least in the Google AI stuff, you know, like, you know, just like background information on something. But if people are
gets you it gets you kind of in the postcode or maybe a general idea, but it's so far from being right.
Well, if you know about it, you might get some useful information that is good to you because you know about amps.
You can filter it.
If someone that doesn't know about amps just takes that information and uses that, fuck off. It doesn't. It's not good.
100%.
Don't. Man. If I can't even tell you how many times people have said this to me. Well, I looked it up and AI said, and I'm like, don't. Just don't. No.
You'll end up with someone who like gets fried, like working on their own amp or something. You know, doing shit like that with AI one day.
Yeah.
Because it tells you like dangerous shit. You know, it will tell you to like, you know, disconnect something from ground or something else, and you'll have voltage potential running through it, and You know, it's just really stupid stuff that I've seen on there. So
Darwinism.
Take it all with a pinch of salt and
Darwinism.
That's natural selection, man.
Natural selection, survival of the fittest. Wow.
Okay, we'll hit the super chat before while Dan's gone. So Flesh84 again, thank you. It says, I've seen some videos about PV trying to get back to its roots. Any idea if the build quality of the 6505s are improving? Legendary tone, but I haven't heard the build quality is great.
Are the build quality any different from the original build quality, which also surprisingly was awful, but surprisingly they always worked.
They kind of still work.
I still don't understand why. Like if you look at a PV 5150 like amp, it's terrible. I mean, you put the preamp tubes in, you watch the circuit board flex like a centimeter, you know, in as you're pushing the tube in, and it's cheap tube sockets and it's all this stuff, but they don't seem to ever fucking break.
Yeah.
I mean, all that generally happens to those amp is they need a really thorough cleaning. Like they get old and they just need every pot cleaned, every socket cleaned, everything. And then generally, hey, there it is. It works again. Okay, great. I'm done.
Yeah, it's usually dirty loop jacks. You know, you'll get like those where like everyone's saying like, oh yeah, it's broken down, something's wrong. Maybe it's a transformer. It's like just clean the loop jacks.
Stop with that, people. It's not the transformer. I would say 98% of the time, it's not the fucking transformer. You know, Michael Nielsen blew up his accidentally blew up his 4-input Marshall, you know, his early 70s 4-input Marshall. He's like, God, I hope I didn't fry the transformer. I go, you probably didn't. And you know, and I took it out and I go, oh, I see the problem. I pulled the tube out as a white top.
Oh yeah,
that's the problem. New tube.
Yeah.
Fuse. Double check the bias. Okay, you're good. Done.
Easy.
Yeah.
You just probably arc the tubes or something, you know. I mean, it takes a minute. It takes a good wallop to fucking take out the output transformer.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Hey Jason, you know, before you had a blown choke.
Hey, Michael.
Yeah, me too. What's up, dude?
I had a what? Sorry.
You had a bad choke on one amp a while back.
Oh yeah, I've had it a couple of times now. Yeah, a few times.
Right, I never
bad choke. You never see that.
Man, I never had a bad choke in one amp in my whole career. And then right after I watched your video, the next amp I worked on had a blown choke.
No way.
I only had one. I've only had one ever.
Yeah.
And it was a Fender Twin, like a blackface Fender Twin that someone brought me, and it was like humming, and I'm like, and someone had Mickey Mouse some filter caps and stuff in it to try to get it to stop humming, and I'm like going, why is this hum? This should not need this extra garbage in here. It should just be. And then I eventually like, hey, there's no voltage drop across this choke.
Yeah.
Tacked in a choke. That's it. It's fucking.
That's it.
Wow.
You know what I do every time now, because I just finished a restoration on a 72 Marshall that I actually showed it on our last show, and it was the beginning of that segment that's now become stockish. And I showed that 72 Marshall that had a pre-phase inverter master volume put on it, right? And I finally got to looking at that amp, and I remember when I turned it on when the guy was here, the owner was here, it had a really bad hum. Like, you know, 100 hertz hum. It would be 120 for you guys in the US, but for Dan and I, 100, and it was just like this, you know. So I was suspicious, you know, what's it going to be? You know, it could be bad tubes, could be filter caps, could be grounding, could be a choke. But I just go through this normal routine now with all those amps. So I put my fluke meter into AC, and I look for the AC ripple on the mains filter cap. It should be about 4 to 5 volts in a 100-watt Marshall. And as soon as you go to the screen node, it should be down to about 100 milliamps or less. Right? And if you've still got 3-4 volts or something like that on there, you know the choke is toast. Because I reckon I've changed 3 chokes now
Yeah.
And normally it's not found because they just short circuit and the amp just keeps working.
That's it. This one that was bad on the one I was working on, it was a low voltage 2204, and I ended up popping the thing out and checking it on my LCR meter and everything, and checking the resistance of it and checking checked if it was, because it's normally around a 4 or 5 Henry choke on those, and I was getting about 5 millihenries.
Yeah.
It's like, there's your giveaway. I mean, that's the dead giveaway, right there.
Man.
But it was essentially shorted, So
let me tell you about this. Just while Dave's there, we've got fixing the hum in that 72, and this is the amps of that era. So many of them are just molested, just brutalized over the years. So I found the hum pretty quick. Didn't take too long. Someone had wired the ground for the bridge rectifier, the mains ground, that black wire. They'd set it over to the bus bar on the front pots.
Yeah.
The noisiest ground in the whole amp, right?
Yeah.
right on that preamp bus bar.
That'll do it.
Yeah. That will.
It was a 72, you said?
72, and this is why, if you can remember the photos of that amp, it had some of the wiring in the preamp had been moved to shielded coax. Putting kind of 2 and 2 together, I thought, gee, I wonder if whoever worked on this amp was trying to resolve this hum problem by starting to shield some of the coax in the shield some of the wire. It's like, you're never going to solve it.
No, your grounding's got to be good.
Grounding's got to be good, man. Grounding is everything, and not all grounds are created equal. That's for sure. Okay, 1959 Super Lead. How the hell do we start this?
Start at the beginning.
Start at the beginning. Okay, so I've got
it's tough to start at the beginning, because what's the beginning?
Is the beginning?
That would be the JTM 45100. Probably is really the beginning, but
I think so. And maybe this
with the coffin logo.
There's no. I'm gonna find this thing again. Now I've lost it already. Here it is. So Marshall schematics from back in that era, they kind of don't exist.
Yeah.
Like from about 1970 onwards, pretty good.
Yeah.
What I can find. But let me go to this. I did find this, which was a 60. Someone's drawn it up as a 1967.
Boy, that's old.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, from what I could see, is kind of the run into what, in 68, we then got into the split cathode and all the rest of it. But this is as close to a transition into what I think we know as a super lead that I could find.
Yeah.
The filter.
So it's like a super bassy kind of.
Yeah. It's like a shared cathode with 820 with a 250 mic bypass.
I start wearing my glasses when I do this.
Especially on these schematics.
This was pretty hard to see.
Right? Yeah.
You've got
going, wait, what?
And then all the rest of this, right, is like what we would know, like 100K plates and, there's a cathode follower, 820.
Yeah.
820 ohm cathode on that stage. Base spec tone stack, 250, right? So that's the old one, pre-lead spec kind of thing.
56K.
Solid state rectified though. You know what I mean? So I think this is kind of right on the we're about to launch into what became the known.
Yeah. So this came from the 45100. Well, it wasn't that, but it came right after. Yeah. This is really
Yeah.
probably the earliest solid state rectified 100. Yeah.
I think what
Henry
was
choke.
interesting about this is the 20 Henry choke. That's cranking, isn't it?
Shit. Stiff.
You look at the filtering in this amp, and then we'll obviously, I think we'll talk about the 68 spec next. But you see the screen.
Yeah, 16 mic for the screens.
232s
in
in series, but in the mains. And I'm thinking at that point in time, like, 32s were easy and available. 50s maybe not so much.
Yeah. That falls in play with the amp before, which was the 45 100, which had all 32s all over the fucking place, in series with each other and stuff. So this makes sense for that. Yeah. Yeah. So it's a super bass. Yeah. Basically kind of 100-ish.
Yeah.
250 picofarad treble, right?
Mm-hmm.
56K.
56K.
Yeah.
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 And then this probably has the where is it? 27K negative feedback resistor, although they drew it wrong.
Yeah, it is drawn wrong. Just you're looking at here, right? The
Yeah, that's
27K.
the feedback
Oh, yeah,
resistor,
there
but
it
it
is.
shouldn't be after that 10K
Yeah.
like that. So that they just
Shouldn't be like
put it in
that.
the wrong spot. That's an error. Look at that.
Yeah.
And it's off the 8 ohm tat?
That looks
like
like
16.
16 ohm. Oh, it's a 100 volt amp. It's a transformer with a 100 volt tap.
Yeah, what was the purpose with a 100-volt tap on the transformer there?
That's a very good question. I forgot what someone explained this to me once, but I forgot what it was. It was something about PA systems and something about speakers. I don't really remember the whole fucking logic behind that one.
It must be something that was like more common in that period, because I've seen it also, because obviously like all the high watts and those kind of amps in the UK also had that.
Yeah.
Sound City amps all had the 100-volt output on there as well.
Yeah,
so.
I forgot what the background was on that. Maybe we can ask AI.
I'm sure it'll have some bullshit story.
It might give us some relative information.
Yeah.
I might put it in a minute and see.
So this. Okay, keep going, Jason. So what else do you see here? So
well, I
can't
see
see it.
Old school presence, as
Of
we
course.
see 5K with a 0.1 with that. 8 microfarad bias.
Yeah.
Caps
That's pretty normal.
fine. Yeah.
There's not as many drop resistors either on this one. In the high voltage line, there's just a single 8.2K
Yeah.
after the screens.
Between the screens and the PI. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. There's not the normal two.
Are we seeing 232s in series there?
Yeah,
Yes.
look how
On the
hot
PI?
that. Look how hot the PI is there.
375. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty
That's
hot
high.
phase inverter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. High for this amp. Yeah.
Yeah.
These era amps, this definitely came from the JTM 45 100 kind of amp, because it has another 232s for the it was just chalk. It was a whole board full of dual 32s across it.
Yeah.
Do you think this is drawn
know.
incorrectly? Do you think
No,
that those
I think
32s
that's
were in
correct.
parallel? They're in series.
Yeah, from the amps I've seen, I think that's correct. In fact, I have an amp here right now that is this amp.
Okay. A 67?
Yeah.
Spec. Mm-hmm.
It was a big M67 JTM 45 100. And that's what this is.
Big M.
It's a big M, yeah. I have it
yeah.
here. It's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Mhm. It's cool as hell.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that is correct. Kind of low filtering.
Yeah.
So in that
on the
amp,
phase
Dave, can you
inverter.
remember, is the negative feedback off the speaker jack, or is it actually on a tap?
I'll double check that. I haven't gotten into it for the customer, but
because certainly in this, well, maybe I don't know about 67, but if you get into this, 68.
From what I remember, it's off the 6 because you can't take it off the tap because of the 100 volt.
Oh, okay.
So I'm pretty sure it was off the 16, and 27 off the 16 is completely unstable, too. It causes if you distort the amp, it causes it's a weird oscillation that happens. To fix it, to fix it and keep it that way, you'd actually have to put a little cap across the feedback resistor to make it stabilize. But this amp wasn't really designed to distort originally.
No, it's not really.
Right. Correct.
So they weren't looking at it like that, No.
Yeah.
It's a relatively clean amp.
These do sound really cool with this whole circuit sounds really cool if you play a Strat into it. It's it's really round and rich and just amazing sounding. Probably
takes a treble booster, great.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're trying to play Jimi Hendrix kind of stuff or things like this, it's this is the shit. Yeah. Awesome. But yeah, this definitely is the first schematic for sure of where it moves.
Yeah. So the next one I could find in the kind of timeline would be this one, I think. And so I've actually got, this is kind of, we're probably 1970 by this point. So I couldn't find a good schematic for a 68, but I've got some great pictures of a 68.
Okay.
So we're just going to have a look at that maybe. So, and then we'll come back to the schematic because there's some stuff around the construction method that changed, right? Between that kind of late 60s and into the early 70s that we should talk about as well.
Yeah.
So I'll just take this off and bring...
there isn't a definitive schematic of a 68.
Yeah.
Or the 12 series, shall we say.
Yeah.
Or 10 series. It can be both, depending on the amp. I don't even know how do they...
Oh, yeah.
So I was actually sent these pictures aren't out on the internet. I was actually emailed these.
Cool.
And I said, would you mind if I feature these on the show? Yeah, no worries. So it's a 68, I believe.
Nice.
Yep.
It's a very clean
transformer, man.
Yeah.
Those are awesome.
The mushrooms.
Yeah.
Those two. With the hats.
The Chinese hats.
Chinese hat. That's the one, man.
Chinese rice patty hats.
God, those
so they came from the factory like that. That's how.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always love seeing those. I'm like, oh, I love it. They're still here.
I mean, you can kind of date the amp by just seeing those immediately because they probably left in.
God, this amp's really clean on the outside.
It's super clean. This amp is like unreal.
It's like a time capsule.
It's unreal. Okay, I want to show you that. Serial?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Damn.
What was Van Halen's 301?
That was the question I was going to ask you.
Was it 12301 or something?
301, I think.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
This amp right here is
301, I think so. Yeah, and that's not only if not very far off.
Not far off. What? How many amps were they putting out a day back then? Who would know? But this was like there's some holy grail.
Yeah, like 30 odd, some 35 amps off.
It's so clean.
Yeah, it's in really good nick.
Come on, more pictures.
Yeah.
There you go. Look at that.
Look at these guys.
Gorgeous.
Holy shit.
Okay, I've got kind of like some high res close-ups of the board so we can go through them. But let's just talk about before we go into the guts of the close-ups here. Everyone's used to kind of seeing, I think that followed, the show or interested in this stuff. They're used to seeing the 70s era Marshalls, the can caps on top.
Yep.
Right. So what's different here? What are they doing? Right. The axials.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have one can cap.
One can cap.
For
if you go back to this picture here.
Oh yeah, that's the PI cap. isn't it?
So you know how we talked about the PI? I think on the last show, right? We were talking about the can caps and where they were all placed, and we were like, the phase inverter ones stuck way over the side.
Yeah,
like they had no more room for it. But it's interesting because it was from here they were putting it.
Yeah, but the weird thing is the Era amp before this, all the caps were inside. So why the hell did they put a one can cap with all the other caps inside? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
It's bizarre, right?
Like, why?
It's weird.
There had to be a reason. But that, I mean, look at the wiring. The wiring looks beautiful. Like, this is just a beautifully built amp.
2 mains caps on that one have been replaced, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
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 But not, I don't think the other ones were replaced.
No, probably not. No, that preamp cap stock, definitely.
Isn't this just amazing?
Yeah. So this is probably that preamp cap's probably a dual 32.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Yeah.
And then then you got the Lemco treble and bright caps there. Which that's a good question. They can be 560 picofarad or 500 picofarad. It varied a little bit.
Yeah.
Or one might be 560 and one might be 500. Who knows? They varied slightly from amp to amp that I've seen. And then probably under the 0.68 cap probably is an 820 ohm.
Yes.
Probably.
I think
in this era.
I think you're right. Yeah, for 68. Yeah.
And then it's got the big bright cap still on the volume pot. And
0.005.
Yeah.
It's in there.
Yeah. And most of
we
the
have
rest is lead spec, kind of.
We've got the 0.68 bypass cap on the cathode for V2A.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And that'll be an 820 under there too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It looks like you can see, I mean, if you look real hard at this, it looks like there's definitely been an iron in here, Look at the pots. Normally this would all have the red dye on all the markings, right?
It does a lot on the board.
You can see a lot of red here.
It's got some, but you can see that it's definitely been worked on before. Maybe previously modded and put back.
Could be even just they reflowed a couple of solder joints, without changing anything. If maybe there was, I don't know, maybe if there was a problem.
Could be.
Yeah, because most of the board is got the red dye.
Yeah.
Quite a bit of it.
A light colored dog bone for the fizz cap.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yep.
Well, these are original. These solder joints here have not been touched.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then the bias caps looks like they've been replaced, I think. Actually, solder joints don't look. It's hard to tell.
So that bias trim resistor,
that was stock.
Yeah,
the slide.
That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. You don't see that anymore.
These are original. These screen caps, aren't they?
Yeah, David screen.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, mains not. I mean, this is a really beautiful amp. This is worth a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, this is like the holy grail amount of money, especially in the condition it's in.
Yeah.
What do you think it's worth in the
honestly? These days, it's probably worth $15,000.
Yeah.
I would just guess, but. So the interesting thing about this Era amp, so in this Era amp, the phase inverter cap, I've seen it both be dual 50s, like wired in parallel.
Yeah.
And I've also seen it be 40. So I don't know when that changed, or maybe they ran out and just started using something else. Who knows? But I've seen it be both values. And I can't tell in this one. It looks like it's a dual can cap.
It does.
There's 3. So chances, the other ones that I said were 40 were a single cap. So
I think
chances.
Yeah.
Do you think that's original?
Yeah, I think it's original.
Yeah.
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 Although it doesn't look as big as a 50. That's a good question. I've seen some varying things happen on some of these over the years. So, but the key to this amp, I know a lot about these. the key to this amp has to do with the power transformer and the plate voltage. These amps sat lower than anything they had done previously or later. So the plate voltage on these amps generally sit anywhere from 460 to 470 volts. And that is the magic number for that squishy Eddie Van Halen kind of plexi thing.
Yeah.
Later, the later versions of this amp, it went up to about 480 on the voltage. And even later, it went up to like 500. But really, to get the right sound, it has to be the right voltage. That's what I've found over the years.
Yeah. Yeah, it does make a big difference.
As in my Van Halen voltage chart.
Oh, yeah, we got that.
That you screenshotted from.
Screenshotted, and then I actually wrote it out. Like,
there's a certain voltage drop at full power that it does, and there's a certain thing. And one day I'm going to actually do a 100-watt version of an amp, of a plexi kind of thing. And I was working with Habor on just getting that transformer just right. So, like, I was really particular about it.
It does matter.
Got to go up another 5 volts. It's too low. It's too high.
That's the minutia, though. That it does matter.
Yeah, it matters. That actually matters in how the whole thing responds and feels. Now, if you're going for something different, maybe the 480 is fine, But if you're really trying to get that early era thing, you need the voltage to be correct. So
you can see these chassis, the way that they're doing the chassis. They kind of got a universal chassis that can do different amps, right? So just like a super tremolo.
Yeah.
You'd have and you got the little here for the foot switch on the trim.
Yeah, the amp Tracy bought is a super trem, so it's probably the same chassis as this.
Yeah. And that tacked the extra board.
By the way, Tracy, this is what your amp should look like.
Yeah, dude.
It's close. I mean, it looked pretty good. He sent pictures.
I'm getting really excited. Dan hasn't seen the 2 new amps incoming, but Dave, Shane, and Jason have. Tracy's buying up all the vintage amps. Guys.
Yeah, man. Good shit.
You're gonna spend, Tracy. You're gonna spend all the money you make on tour.
Good way to spend the money.
Yeah.
These are a write-off. You won't have to give it to the IRS then. So that's good.
That's true.
Yeah.
And these are actual assets, right? These
are assets, and but most importantly, though, you don't have to give the money away.
Yeah. Definitely perks to the business.
Yes.
Okay, so let me go back. We happy to move to the schematic.
This is the holy grail super lead for me.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Aren't the pictures incredible too? Like, I mean, I was hoping for nice clear pictures, and I mean the beautiful high res pictures. But this amp, I've never seen anything this clean.
Yeah,
this era, that's for sure.
I've seen a couple untouched before completely, which is good or bad. I'm not sure.
See the negative feedback off the speaker jack, so that's very normal for that.
That's normal for that era, and that's 47K, I assume.
Yeah, I saw that.
Was it 47?
I saw that on there. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
There it is. Okay.
Yeah, this is the amp that if you mod it, you go straight to hell. There's no.
Yes.
You don't dare touch this.
Dan, there's no Swiss cheese on this one, Dan. Come on.
There's still some sacred stuff out there.
You know what? I've modded a 12. I've done a 12. I don't know if it was a 12 or a 10 series that I actually proper modded.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but it wasn't all original inside. Like the transformers also changed, and a bunch of other stuff had been fudged with. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. There's an extra tube there. There's a board. I was able to use that stuff. So
you're not going to hell then.
No, that's it. But I'm close to it.
But this one, you'd be going to hell.
This one, yeah. You can't touch this one.
Yeah, it's great.
You'd be like, can I just make you a different amp? How about you give me this one and I'll just make you another amp?
Swap, you know?
We'll swap.
It's a fair trade. Fair trade for sure. God.
Yes.
Right. Okay, so
do you have pictures of the next one, Jason? So we go from the brown boards and then they do the blonde boards in 70 or 71?
Yeah, so I've got
I've
got a sequence.
There's 69 also.
Did they do blonde boards in 69?
No,
or those were the brown ones.
It's still the dark colored board, yeah.
Well, there was another era of the plexi too. So before it switched to metal.
Oh
yeah. Transition point. Is that
there's a transition one where it had it was a plexi with a lay down transformer, but it had stand up filter caps.
Yes.
Yeah, true.
They had them. I like looking over the weekend, looking for pictures to use on the stream. I saw a bunch of, it must have been very early 1970 metal panels with stand-up can caps and a lay-down PT.
Well, there was also a plexi that was late 68.
Late.
Before it went to metal panels in 69, or either that or it was early 69.
Early 69.
It's a little questionable. Yeah. It's a little questionable how that switchover happened. That was stand-up filter caps like you would see in a 69, but it was a plexi amp with a lay-down transformer. And then there was also a lay-down transformer with a metal panel with stand-up filter caps, and then it switched. So, but it all switched really quick. So it wasn't like...
Yeah.
So I got a question. Plexi, the term plexi. We're going to put this question to the amp panel. Are you allowed to call a 4-input Marshall?
No.
Any of them a plexi?
No. unless it's a plexi panel, it's not a plexi. Although I call a channel a plexi in one of my amps, so whatever.
It's easier to say than just call it non-master volume. You know, it's like
I always call it a 4-input.
Yeah, 4-input.
Yeah, I call it a 4-hole or a 4-input.
Yeah, 4-holer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Nielsen said raw plexis.
Yeah. What about okay, 1950? I'm going to jump all over the place here. A 1959 hand-wired modern reissue. Is that a plexi?
It's a plexi reissue.
Yeah, it's a plexi.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
a plexi reissue.
Yeah.
I will say too, like all the stuff that Marshall's done, that hand-wired amp, I think that they did it pretty well justice.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
It's nice, and it's close to what they were making back in the day. So. Good on them.
Sounds pretty sexy.
Oh boy,
you win.
You've won the internet, Mike.
Today. There you go. You win.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I think there's a lot of love for 4 holes. So yeah.
That's it.
Okay. Do you guys want to look at some pictures or some schematics?
Either way.
Whatever.
You lead the way.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to go to a schematic first. So otherwise we'll just be looking at pictures the whole time.
Yeah.
We'll go to the pictures second. Okay. So this is, you can
yes.
see July 1970. So this is like, I look at this schematic and I think, okay, this is the super lead. This is the birth of the super lead. If we just look at the 68, actually, by comparison, so I couldn't find a good schematic for the 68 or the 69. I don't think.
I mean, this effectively is the 69 also.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are the differences? People are going to say, oh, so what are the differences between a 68, a 69, and this one, a 70?
Well, it's really a 69 and a 70 is the same. And it's questionable, like, you know, a 69, early 69 could be still a plexi, and later 69 could be a metal panel. But I think they switched kind of later in 69, to be honest. And then I think around this time, you know, right before like it went to the 1970 schematic you see here, but it's the same schematic. It's the same exact thing.
So that amp, the 68 that we just saw up on screen, would have had two 100s in the mains, and two 32s on the screens. I can't recall whether that amp did
with no bleeder resistors.
No bleeder resistors.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Most all those era amps didn't have bleeder resistors. So like even like Laney's and different things that had caps in series, they were just in series.
Yeah.
There was no thought of bleeder resistors.
And we would have seen that 68 had 32s all the way through phase inverter and the preamp.
Yeah.
Well, the phase inverter could be a dual.
Could dual 50.
Yeah.
Yeah, but 30 and a 2x32.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. That which was that silver cap that was actually on the board. Yeah.
So a little stiffer filtering.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the 2.7K instead of the 820 ohm with the 0.68.
Yes.
Yep.
And the plate voltage increased to 480 volts.
Yeah, it's a bit stiffer.
Bolder, punchier, brighter, less compressed, brasher, you know, we call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool if you're going to boost the front end as well. Holds together a little bit more. It's cool.
Yeah. But also on this era amp, you don't. I think what the negative feedback on this is coming off of. It's 47K, but it's coming off of.
It says
8.
8, yeah.
A lot of these amps in the early 70s still had it off the speaker jacks.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is like a. Rarely did I actually see it off an impedance tap, and on the early amps in the early 70s, it was almost always off the speaker jack.
That 72, the 72 that I've been working on, it's off the speaker jack.
Yeah. So this is not accurate in that sense.
No, I think usually as well around that kind of time, you'd have 100K negative feedback rather.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Nope.
Ah. Okay.
Not yet.
Interesting.
That happened a little later in the 70s. The early 70s were definitely 47K.
Right.
Absolutely.
My 74 is 100, but maybe that's
when they switched it.
Yeah.
I think there's a second schematic here where we might see that transition happening. So there's two of these, and you see some of these changes are actually, they do look to be documented. Things that we've talked about. That when I was looking at this stuff yesterday, I thought, oh yeah, this is kind of actually in the schematic. So for example, the 820R and the 0.68 bypass on this cathode here, and then they move to 1K, no bypass.
Yeah.
That's in these. That's actually in these schematics. You can see it happen. But other than that, I mean, this amp is pretty close to the 68, isn't it? Other than the things that we've just talked about.
Which are big differences. I mean, like the filtering, the plate voltage of the amp, and the 820 ohm in the front end are all huge differences.
Yeah.
That lower screen filtering you really feel it there.
The what? Sorry?
The lower screen filtering.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a big one, especially when you get that volume right up. When it's wound up high, you can feel the difference there.
It probably has the biggest. It's one of the biggest impacts, filtering impacts, isn't it, Dan? In that position,
Definitely.
changing these screen caps here.
I mean, you've essentially got roughly around it's like 16 essentially, because you've got 232s in series. 16 is pretty damn low for screens.
Yeah. And you want to know something funny? It's actually, you think it would be. It feels different and it feels squishier, but at the same time, it's less bassy.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, it's a bit tighter, Dave.
It's actually a bit tighter in a squishy way. It's a weird thing that happens. You up the filtering there, and it gives you more bass, and technically it's kind of tighter, but the bass sometimes is too much.
It's an interesting,
teeter
totter. Be a little bit bored on the bass when you start going up and up.
Yeah,
but that low filtering is great. I mean, because it's kind of loose in the feel, but it's not flubby, you know. At least in this circuit, it's not flubby.
What about the 0.22 caps in the rectifier circuit there? That's something that nobody really talks about.
Those are the ones that stop the switch from banging straight away, aren't they? When you engage it.
Yeah, I've heard I mean, they also said that they used those because the rectifier diodes back then weren't that great.
Those are rectifier snubbers, right? So,
exactly.
And they're just trying to they were obviously concerned about switching noise from the diodes, and even today, like in the 9059 hand wide, which I got some pictures of that, like the the new reissue amp, they still have them.
They have it,
but they're not. Not needed.
No, I mean the thing is, like nowadays, you can swap out for ultra fast diodes.
Exactly.
You don't have to worry about caps. I mean, what's the point in adding all those extra caps? Those cost way more than 4 UF 4007s. I mean, what the fuck?
I think it's kind of like there's some stuff that's either stuck in tradition, or they're doing it because they don't know any better. I don't know.
It's probably they're just doing it parrot fashion, I think. But the thing is also that they do the standby switch after the rectifier, don't they, on the hand wired model?
Yeah,
and it kills the standby switch. I've probably worked on 10 of those that have all died on that part. And it's
but you got that B plus sitting on it.
It just then doesn't matter where you flip the switch. It's just open all the time.
And that's that's how the original 12 series was too.
Yeah.
So
those amps, man, they will hold the charge on those mains filter caps for hours.
Yeah, man, you got to be like.
How do you know, Jason?
So early in my career in this so a guy had just bought it was a hand wire. It was definitely not hand wire, the new one. He'd literally just bought it from one of the stores down the road here, like 20 minutes down here. He played the amp in the shop and he bought it straight here. And while he was here, I actually got it out of the chassis and we talked about what mods he wanted. And I got a fucking shock off this thing. I was like,
damn.
It's like, I just had it on 20 minutes ago. I was like, oh shit. I didn't know that. I thought this amp had never been turned on.
Yeah, that's not fun.
Oh.
Hey, there's a question we should answer right away so it doesn't get away from us. Axes of Evil 4105, right kind of near the bottom there.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the question is 1973 still considered a good year for a 1959?
Well, there's a well to this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Does it have a circuit board or does it have a turret board?
Oh,
because 73 could be either.
Could be either.
So
Yeah,
Needed that shot.
Late 73, I think, when the
late 73.
Yeah.
Late 73. Yeah.
Early 73 is good.
I've worked on a few 73s.
They still sound fine. They're just a bit more fragile, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's they're fine if there's no problems, then you're okay.
Not bad.
You know. Yeah, tone wise, I don't think it's a huge problem. But it comes down to what you want to do with it, what tones you're aiming for. I mean, I like a 73. You know, cranked up, boost the front end, stick a Furman PQ3 in front. I mean, it's great fun. You know, but it depends. You know, it's if you want to do the Van Halen thing, maybe it's not the right amp. Can be with some tweaks, maybe. You know, you get closer, but just depends what you want. Might be good for like the kind of like Lynch kind of thing.
Yeah,
like for the attack kind of sound. You know, if you want to go for that because it's got that raspy top end and a little bit more tighter response to it. So
at some point in time, they changed the output transformer too. So, so 69s generally still had the plexi output transformer in it.
Yeah,
with the self leads. But when that changed exactly is a little questionable too. I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah.
But it was sometime in the early 70s, and then they switched over for sure by the time the circuit boards were there.
Yeah.
Then they weren't, the self leads were gone. That's how you can tell.
I like the blonde boards. So, they were only there for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Right. 70 to 70, early 73.
Yeah.
Those are cool. Do you have a picture of that, Jason? Did you ever like the early 70s?
Yeah, they were definitely there in 72 because I know a particular amp that had that.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
But yeah, those are okay. Yeah, those are super cool, man. I've got one of those. I like it a lot.
Yeah. What's the plate voltage on your one?
It's got the PT was replaced. It's got 460 on it.
Yeah, my 74 is like close to 500.
Yeah, 74 would be.
Hot. Yeah, it's real hot. It's fuck, is it loud? It's just brutal.
So this transition here, right? So these schematics are drawn roughly at the same time, right? July 1970. But what we're seeing, I think, is the pre-Mark II. Let's call this Mark I, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Right, the amp that we know. This one's called the Mark II, which you see, right? You see these in the early 70s.
Yeah.
On the back metal panel, Mark II. So the difference is, you can spot them. Is that coming up clear enough for you guys? Do you want me to zoom in?
I mean, sort of.
That's okay.
Kind of.
Good as good. Yeah. It's just like the other one.
So the first one we already talked about, this cathode on V2 is now just a 1K, where it was an 820 and a 0.68. The presence cap.
Yeah.
And the presence the setup of the whole presence circuit. But it's got a point, that 0.68's in here now.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what is that presence? Zoom in. Can you zoom in on that?
Yeah. Not the greatest.
What is this other thing here? Resistor or something thrown in there?
Yeah, this is an error.
That's an error. That's not.
I think it's not drawn correctly.
That's not right. I mean, the 0.68. Yeah, this 70 though. It seems like this would be later than 1970 though. This amp. This looks more like 74.
Yeah, it could be. There is one point where there's a 5K presence with the kind of the early wiring, but they did strap on that 4.7K on it, which is weird because I've seen that in 3 or 4 different amps, and it was untouched solder joint on it. So they did that, which is kind of weird because it's not really.
Yeah, but this one's coming from the wiper. It looks like.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I don't think that's
They've
right.
drawn that in, I think, assuming
drawn that in correctly. But you can see maybe this is where the on their way to transitioning to the
exactly.
the 25K pot, but
and the
hadn't quite
negative
figured it out yet.
feedback comes from the forearm tap.
Yes,
Looks like it.
Yeah. Forearm tap.
Yep.
I don't think the date is right though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not from what I've seen. Maybe it was drawn then and wasn't implemented. I don't know, but I haven't
maybe
seen
that was it.
that
Maybe
era
that's it.
amp with this circuit at all.
I mean, I don't know how these came to be and how both of these have got this kind of same date on them, and you can see
This more looks like a circuit board amp to me.
Drawn by the same person.
Could be.
Yeah.
The thing, you can never be too sure.
Well, he could. That maybe the guy that did this was given the job, which was like, hey, we're about to launch this new thing. You need to document the current,
Yeah.
and then draw what the new one's going to be, which is how they were done. Kind of.
Yeah. Who knows what they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Dave said a bunch, it's like they just used whatever the hell they had laying around anyway. I mean, there's so many variations.
Yeah. There's no schematic of that one where it's got the 0.1 coupling cap everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Definitely
Well,
not.
the 100K grid stoppers.
Mate, it just sounds like a wet fart. It's just terrible.
Okay, let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at some pictures. Mix things up a bit here. Okay.
Yeah. I like those, man.
Whiteboard.
I like those.
Yeah.
Those.
So this is a 1972, I believe, from memory.
Looks like it.
So yeah, metal panel. You know, you can see we've got an upright PT now. All the can caps on top of the chassis, and turret board construction before the PCB. So 72, 73s, early 73s with this method, weren't they? Before late 73, we went to the PCB, the first PCBs.
Yeah,
I can smell it just looking at it.
Oh yeah. Nothing like it, is there? It's great.
So this amp's pretty clean, isn't it? Like if you go back to our stockish.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks clean. Looks nice.
Something maybe in the output transformer here. This is not.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit suspect, like on the outside.
That might have been changed.
That's secondary. Yeah. That's not how you'd see it from the factory.
Although the wires look like the right thickness for the original transformer, but then again, no, there'd be no cable ties in this era amp.
That's right. So this cabling here on the PT, and you can see it looks like some of these wires have been joined.
Maybe, yeah. So who knows? One filter cap's been shit. I always wondered how that happened. You know, like so you have filter caps and one gets replaced.
Yeah.
One that's in series. Replace both. Okay.
Yeah. Looks like that one needs changing again.
Yeah, probably.
Fuck. Like bulged.
IEC's been updated.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely
yeah.
This would have had a bulging, wouldn't it?
That's right.
So the fuse holders might have been updated. No, maybe not. I can't see the back. So
you know what? Yeah, they do. They do look like they were changed.
Yeah.
They're the short ones, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been swapped.
This is a cool amp though. These amps sound good. They sound good. I mean, they vary.
Yeah, they can. They can sound good. Definitely.
These coupling caps here have been changed out, obviously.
The thing with these amps though is like just because they're older and just because they're point to point and everything doesn't guarantee it's going to be a good one.
No,
you know, just for anyone who doesn't like already know that, like if you've played loads of Marshalls, you'll know like that sometimes you can play 10 of them and you might find one, maybe two that really, really stand out. Like I've got to have that right now. Like can't let it get away. But you know, there's no guarantee that just because it has the right ingredients that it's gonna sound amazing right off the bat. So
It's true.
yeah. So I usually say they can sound amazing, but try it first if you can, or hear it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
Next time.
73.
So I want to grab the date on this one because this tells us something about we've already mentioned it, right? New amp.
Okay.
But you can see the date on this, right? So 6th of August, 73.
Mm-hmm.
Using the day and the month around the way they should be. Hey, Dan.
Yeah. Done proper.
Anyway, yeah. 73. Look at it.
There you go.
This
God,
is that first PCB.
fucking awful.
Well, that was pretty clean looking, though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, some stuff in the input's been changed.
Usually they don't look that nice.
Well, they put shielded wire on the inputs.
Yeah.
From the board. Yeah.
It's had some mods.
Replace some stuff with metal film.
Yeah.
How long? So these boards, this era of board, which we've all worked on and hate.
Yeah.
How 2 years before they refined them, something like that.
I worked on a 76 that still had it.
Still had
it for sure.
Yeah, still in 76, it was still there, that board. But I've worked on 76s that had the revised board, so it's got to be it's got to be
around about that era, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so I had three years.
Yeah, but for sure they will have used up everything they had. You know, they wouldn't have left any of those.
Oh no.
That's the thing. So it was probably intended to be done sooner, but they probably used whatever they'd got. They didn't waste stuff.
No, they wouldn't.
No.
So it's had some of you guys already. Maybe you've already mentioned it. I zoned out for a second, but someone's put some shielded wire or something on here on the grids.
Yeah.
Lots of cable ties. So it's like maybe the PT here has been changed out at some point.
Could be. Hard to say though. Looking at it, the wires look okay.
There's a view from the other side.
Could just be whoever did that input mod there. Maybe just tidied up the power transformer wiring. Maybe. Could have. Yeah, you got one changed pot. The first control. What's that? The normal channel.
Oh yeah.
It's been swapped.
It's kind of fun. It's kind of funny when you look at just what was here stock. How in these years they're still using the old carbon comp resistors that they had values of, and then they've changed the other ones to, those red ones. So that's a transition too from the resistors. Just using what they had. Throwing shit in there.
Yeah, totally.
That's true, man. I think absolutely that's you're getting a mixture here because they're just using going through what they had for sure. If you look at this presence pot, let's have a look, zoom in on this. What's going on here?
Newer style wiring. Probably a 5K pot.
Yeah.
So that's what that schematic. That's what that schematic was trying to draw.
That's it.
Just got it wrong.
Yeah.
And you think a 5K pot still at this point?
Probably.
My bet's on the 5K.
Me too. I've seen them up to 76.
On that year. It's 73, I'm guessing. Look, you've seen the 5K pot there until 76. Yeah? Yeah. Could be inside. Yeah.
All right.
Still nice amp. I mean, just if you don't got to work on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
it's a nice amp if you get to play it rather than having to work on it. Yeah. That's right. Okay. So what this year, this was a 73, right? Okay. So
mid.
Then we move to this.
Yeah.
What year this is? I can tell you what year this amp is. Give me a second.
I can guess.
78 is my guess. You guess.
I'm guessing it's 79 or 80 because of the head shell cut out for the faceplate.
It's a 78.
It's a 78.
Oh,
okay, interesting. A lot of the 78s I had the squared corners. But then again, 78 didn't have the serial number on the front, and this doesn't have the serial number on the front. So, yeah.
The 78 JMP. Oh, this has got a changed
output transformer.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The 78 JMP had a really slightly less B plus voltage on the PT. It's like 5 volts less or something. I went down this rabbit hole a while ago when I was working with Hayward because I have a 78 and I was like, man, it sounds so good. And I got in there and measured the B plus, and it was like 5 volts less than what, I forget what it is, but it was just a hair less.
Yeah. I don't think, the funny thing is I actually don't think it changed. I think it was just that no transformer was ever, it's like the tolerance on the transformers are pretty wide.
Yeah.
I mean, even with new transformers I could get a variance of 10, 10-ish volts.
Yeah.
So
back then it's wider.
Generally these are anywhere from like 430 to 450 range on the transformer.
I've got about 4 or 5 JMPs from like 76 through to 80, and with my wall voltage at 240, they're all sitting somewhere in the region of about 465 to 470.
That's what mine was. It was 465.
465, yeah. And then some of them are up a little bit, some of them are down a little bit. Like one of them is a bit higher than that.
Yeah,
one of them is about 478, something like that.
I've seen them that high too.
Here's the bitch of it. So, what Dave's talking about the transformers earlier. I got a custom PT from Haybor when I was working on the Unholy Grail.
Yeah,
and I had a switch between the 470 and the 465, and it's a huge difference.
Yeah,
sound.
Sure,
absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it affects everything else downstream. Everything changes there. If you change the source. So, yeah,
for sure.
Yep.
So, so this is still like, I get fascinated with the naming of this stuff. So it's still a JMP.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I know. Why? Yeah. Why?
Look at this box.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so cosmetically different than the amps that we were just, I don't have a picture of a head shell here, right? Of these amps, but we all know what they look like.
Yeah.
And then as we know, because we've already done different shows on these amps, right? The 2203 and all that. And, it's the usual thing. Someone calls, I'm sure all you guys have had this experience. I've got a JMP.
Yeah.
No, wow. Oh, wow. That narrows it down.
I got a Plexi JMP, man.
Plexi JMP.
Yeah.
Far out, man.
It is a 4-holer.
It's a 4-holer. This is 4-holer.
Yeah.
This is a whole bunch of things.
This is probably why describing these amps by year is the most useful thing. So when someone says I've got a 78 JMP, it's like,
yeah,
you're starting to narrow it down. Then it's just a question of you got 4 inputs or 2. Yeah.
Technically, you could have a 77 of this era too. That was the transition kind of where you would see mustard caps on the board.
Yeah. Mine's got that.
Like one of them, you get one.
Kind of shoved in the board, and they don't really fit.
Yeah.
So, no, I know you guys have never seen one of these before, so I thought I'd
yeah, never seen it.
In my dreams all the time.
Look at this board. We love it. Look, this is the ST1 board that
much improved.
Yes.
Yeah. The board's great. This board.
These boards. So this Samsung 1978, and when did we probably 77, late 76? Did we start to see these style?
Yeah. Those 76, I think, is the earliest one I've seen with this board.
Yeah.
And kind of remain. I mean, the guts of these boards basically remain unchanged all the way.
Yeah, I mean,
you know,
and then they just basically kind of replicated it again for the reissue, didn't they? So it's like
the reissue. So the 2203X. We'll look at the reissue amps in a second. I've got pictures of that too. But like, if you even fast forward to 2026 and look at a 2203X, the front end of that whole board's kind of the same.
Yeah, they didn't really.
All they've done is add stupid stuff onto it, like that hum balance.
Yeah.
Trimmer pot.
Yeah, that one's firecracker.
So they in this era amp they went back to a 0.1 presence.
Yes.
0.68. So, and this probably has the 25K pot.
Yeah. I think
in my experience, it's usually that's it. It's usually what is it? It's a 22K, I think.
22, yeah.
That's it. 22K.
Yeah.
It's like they're the kind of slightly weirder values then.
This has got a couple little mods in it though.
Those blue caps are in stock.
The gain, the volumes, pots, and then the that silver mica.
And that 0.68 probably wasn't in there on the cathode follower.
No, that
probably was added in on this era.
There's definitely some changes in here. Yeah. But yeah, construction method wise, it's looks the PT is definitely definitely factory.
Yeah, I mean, with this era, I mean, one of the things that you can say for sure is it's a robust built amp. I mean, the things they did with these, like, you know, the can caps, you know, mounted on the outside and stuff like that, and everything locked down, and then, you know, not having too many parts sort of, you know, sitting, you know, on top of the board, you know, everything's soldered in tight, and it's great.
Scott's pointing out the screen grid.
Yeah, those are definitely not original.
Oh yeah.
No,
they would have been those. At that point, probably those like black coated ones.
Yeah.
Well, there's some cement ones in there too. A couple of them, whatever the fuck those.
Yeah,
those are 1-ohm bias resistors.
That's it.
I was going to say there's some weird shit going on there.
For a pair of tubes, I think.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Can you read the notation on it?
No. Yeah, it's a 1 ohm.
Yeah, it's 1 ohm.
5 watt, 1 ohm.
Yeah, they're both 1 ohm. Well, that one's 1 ohm, so
a little bit oversized.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, those are not going to go open.
No,
it's a Brad. Brad's saying, wait, what's going on with that grid stopper on the second? Left hand.
Oh, the two that look like they're. What the? Oh.
Oh yeah, that was serious.
Hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't work like they thought it was going to work.
Wow, Brad, that's a really good eye. Yeah, like that, like
it's
Daisy
jumping over like an original one to that. I've seen that done in amps though.
They do that in the JCM 900.
Yeah, I've seen that done.
The same way they do it, but he's done it on one side and not the other.
It only works on one.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah.
Oh, this
it's
one
not
here.
Done in the other one.
Yeah. This one here's got it's got two.
What the fuck?
It's got a grid
the
stopper.
wire goes straight to the tube.
Yeah. Got a nice little mismatch there.
Oh no, it's done on that one too.
Yeah, it's done on both.
It's done on both. No,
no, it's done.
No, it's totally different on this one.
Both
the left one, yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah, I mean the left pair, you've essentially just got like two resistors in series, so a bigger grid stopper on the very.
I mean,
left.
that would have been great if they would have just moved the orange wire over to the the input of both resistors, but
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
stockish.
Stockish.
It's stockish for sure. That's the
There's a
definition.
lot of
stockish
tone,
right
man.
there.
A lot of tone to be had there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, does it
Interesting
sound
shit.
good?
Man, sometimes I look at shit and I just look at what people, techs have done to these amps over the years, and I'm just like going, who the fuck? This obviously is some local fucking guy that didn't know. He knew something about tubes, but not really, and just, oh, that works. Yeah, cool.
That's it, the local tech.
I know, man. It was like me working
I'm
on
like,
that
holy crap!
72, thinking, like,
what the fuck?
Why is this guy put all this shielded wire in this amp?
Yeah.
When at the same time he's got the ground for the mains rectifier tied to the input jack ground, and he's wondering why it's noisy. Fuck, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Jeez.
Probably used AI.
It's often
Probably
like
used AI.
The local AI tech.
in dealing with techs over the years, they often jump to like some techs will jump to conclude, jump way past the problem.
Yeah.
Like they're like swapping this out and swapping that out and swapping this out, and I go, have you tried cleaning the pots?
Mhm.
Yeah.
No. Oh yeah, that was it. After they swapped half the amp out trying to fix the problem. I'm like going, start with the simple stuff first.
It's usually always very
Do the
simple
stuff first, because
this is where experience is everything.
yeah. I literally talked to Tex, and I'm like, well, I guarantee you didn't have to do any of what you replaced in that amp. And God, that was a lot of work. So why on earth did you do it? Like, I replaced the filter caps and I did that. I go, the amp's 5 years old. Why did you replace the filter caps?
Yeah.
What?
Totally.
Why?
It's typical shit I find in
Crackhead Tex. Yep.
That's it.
I love them. And then they see, those are the kind of guys, they see your work, they go, oh yeah, man, that guy can't fucking solder.
Yeah.
Man, he fucking sucks.
They're the first to bitch about guys like us doing, mods to amps and stuff like that. They've always got some shit to say about it.
Yeah.
I will say one thing, dude. Okay, so the Marshall, we've talked about this before too. Like, I've got a 1987X sitting right here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And as I look at the front panel, there's a tiny little gap about that much underneath the front panel, and dust gets in there so easily, and none of these pots are sealed. So it's a culprit all the time for Marshalls.
Sure.
Dust is the worst for them.
Go clean everything first and then see what's wrong with the amp.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Clean everything and then turn the amp on and let's see where we're at, See where we're at.
I mean, some of this, you're looking at this stuff, it's 50 plus years old, It needs a, All right, we're going to rock on with some more pictures, I reckon, and then we'll come back to schematics in a bit. Yeah.
The next era.
Oh, 800.
That's a
Although
plexi.
this has an added pot to it.
Yeah.
Oh, it does too.
Yeah.
I was like, by the time I was getting to this part of the day, I was like, any good pictures? Good pictures.
Yeah. I mean, you talk about confusing shit. This is a 1959 JCM
also
800.
Jason,
but at least it's not a JMP.
Yeah.
This means JCM 800 didn't use it.
But it's the same thing.
Even we say sounds like an 800. Yeah, okay. Which one?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I literally just modified one of these like in the last 2 days.
There you go. So that extra pot's a post-phase inverter master.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The most common mod made to a super lead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But if we look at the construction of this thing, so here we are in an 800, guys. It's exactly the same. Except the switches.
Except the chassis is longer.
Power switch chassis longer. That's right.
Yeah.
Those wires are way too long in the front end. Look at that.
Yeah.
Be nice and stable if you crank it up, won't it?
Yeah, all the dogs in the neighborhood are just.
And then all the input grid wires are laying on top of the heaters too.
Oh yeah, right on top of it.
Yeah.
that nice ultrasonic
nice and quiet
oscillation happening.
This is pretty. Other than that master volume, it's pretty soft. I think.
Man, what? Yeah, wonder what year this is. 80.
I can tell you because I did actually write that down. This is
anywhere up to
84. 84 is my guess, if you know. Because this is also transitional. Because eventually they went to all red caps.
Well, you know how you can tell the transition, the actual proper transition one of this particular amp. On the back panel, you'll see you've got your speaker jacks, and then it's got the DI jack.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still like this inside. It's not after they swapped over to the PCB front panel thing. You know, it's still with this inside, but it's got the DI jack on the back. Because that one I've just modified is an 84, and it's got the DI jack on the back. Because came in useful for a depth control.
And it's not PCB mount pots.
No, everything's identical to this inside, 100% the same. It's just that there's a DI jack on the back.
Okay.
Wired up exactly the same as the horizontal input DI jack. You know, where the resistor is actually on the impedance selector switch. You know, and then there's like a wire coming up with that and going to the jack.
Right.
Yeah. So the very last few of them before they made the change over in 84 had that DI jack on there.
These sound good though. These amps still sound great.
Yeah, totally.
Sure.
Great workhorse amp, and you know,
Yeah.
built like 800s are built like tanks. I mean, they're great. You can just treat them like shit, and they still come back for more. It's great.
Yeah. These are actually like people who are looking for an old super lead. These are good buying, right? This is kind of the, in terms of a bang for buck, what you're going to get, because you're going to be paying, this look, and then obviously the first generation JMP look. They're becoming super expensive now.
Yeah.
This is where the bargains can be had, and they're great amps on the inside. Look at that.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
You can still find those.
Yeah, it's exactly the same thing. Yeah, totally good.
Okay. Who can tell me what this is?
Hey,
reissue.
It's either an 87 or a 93.
Yeah,
Late 80s, early 90s.
Early 90s reissue.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'd guess like 90, 92, 93, something like that.
SLP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got that weird C21 cap in there. Why they did that?
C21 cap, man. So I'll tell you a story about my story with one of these amps. So a guy bought one of these in not that long ago, 6 months, something like that. We'd already talked about this amp on this show.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I hadn't seen one for a little while, and this guy bought one, and he'd owned it for quite a long time, and he said, okay, this thing is just never sounds to me. He said it's just never sounded like a real Marshall, a real super lead. And he said, I've owned other ones, and my friends have got some and whatever, and every time I put this reissue app up against them, he goes, it just sounds really dark. It's like, oh, okay, right, cool. Pulled it out, and I remember looking at this thing and I was thinking, oh fuck, that's right. This amp's got that cap.
Yeah.
Right. The very first thing I did was pull that cap out of the amp, and oh my god, it just like, whoosh, it just came to life.
Yeah, it compresses really hard
right
there.
It's the what a fuck up. It just sounds terrible with this.
Yeah, I still think that the reason that was in there was because they maybe had a bit of an oscillation or something that was happening. It could have been lead dress related. I mean, the way the wires are, running along there, it can easily happen when you're at really high volumes. And I think they put that in there just as fuck it, at least it will fix the problem if another one arises, so that we don't have to waste another, day trying to solve a problem with an amp.
Right.
Yeah.
It seemed like it was just a band-aid it's slapped on there, and it could be useful.
Yeah.
But
Is it
C21, Brad. The black going into the phase inverter.
Yeah, let's bring up the. I got a schematic for this, so let's have a quick look at it.
Isn't it like a? Yeah, I was going to say, is it like 100 puff or something?
It's worth
Something
looking
like,
at.
Yeah,
it goes 220
ground.
Yeah, I don't remember what it is.
I did a mod one time, and
phase inverter input to ground.
Yeah, it's this guy right here.
Yeah.
Oh, 220. Yeah, okay, that explains
the
why.
220 to ground off the treble wiper.
No, it's not 220, is it?
Yeah,
220p is what it says.
Oh,
220p.
Yeah, I mean, if it was for oscillation, they really didn't need to go that big with it. You know,
I left
this thing because I had this on the bench and I played before and after, and I was like, "Fuck!" Like,
I mean,
it was like a huge blanket coming off the amp. You know, like, I mean, you guys know this, right? But man,
sure. I mean, if you tune an amp to work with that, then fine. I mean, no problem. But
generally, what you can do is you can put a resistor in series with it, and then fine tune how much that's doing, and you could utilize that. You know.
Yeah.
But lifting it a bit from ground. But yeah, just like that, that's a lot.
It is. I left it in one time when I did a mod because I wanted to hear what it sounded like. And it's a lot. Like it adds a lot of compression to the mod I did. But yeah, I pulled that shit out real quick. Not a fan of it.
The other thing that's really interesting in this reissue is look at all the stuff that's in here. Right?
Yeah.
Off this coupling cap and then the bright cap, all the stuff that's in parallel. And the mixer resistors, the 470s.
Yeah, they were trying to, you know, bring up the value.
They did that? Yeah.
Well, I mean, look at this.
I don't know.
It's a 5N. It's a 5. We've got a 5N7 bright.
Yeah.
And then what is this? 6. Nearly 600 PF, right?
Yeah. 475. Yeah, close. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think originally what I heard about this amp originally, it was modeled after Warren D. Martini's amp.
Yeah.
Actually. And some of this came from that. But so I'm getting it to sound like that. That's what I understand. Yeah,
because it looks those values adding them in are like incredibly specific.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does look like they were intending to try and get close to something that they were modeling it around. So, yeah.
All the cathodes are 820R.
Yeah, and it could be also that the that 220 puff into the power amp was there to mimic the treble response of this old amp.
Yeah.
Which is probably reasonably radically less harsh and less bright than this era amp without that cap.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, 100%. It could be.
But yeah, so do you know that Warren's amp that they were taking this from?
I don't know, but it supposedly that's what the story was. They borrowed it. I
seem to remember it was like when I read about that, they said it was like maybe a 69 or something, 68, 69 era amp or something.
I wonder if it had an audio tape or a treble pod in it. That amp, and
it might have.
Trying to do something around that.
Yeah,
definitely could have. I love these early 90s. I think they're my favorite. If I had to choose anything to mod, I think I would just do these all the time. The pre-effects loop 90s stuff was just, it sounds so great.
Yeah.
Everything's nice and sturdy. Good amps.
Yeah. They're great amps. I've still got one from that era. 93, I think it is.
They are good.
Yeah.
Because then we get into this reissue.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The one you're just talking about.
Which is fine.
Also fine.
Yeah. It's a good amp.
So what do we think of? I know what I'm going to say. This
lots of shielded wire. You don't have to do that, at least.
Stupid question, but I'm gonna put it out there. Dave, look, that's got an effects loop and a plexi. What do you think of that?
Yeah, useless.
Useless.
Yeah.
That's right.
Useless, and especially that one.
Great loop.
Yeah, this is still like, you know, in the guitar community, this is one of the most misunderstood things, isn't it? Effects loops and plexies.
Well, they don't understand how the amp works.
An effects loop in a non-master volume amp.
In a non-master volume amp, you're distorting the phase inverter tube first, you know, and power section of the amp. So all your distortion really is, or almost all of it, is coming from that. So like I always tell people, I go, well, try this. Take a delay pedal, plug your guitar into it, and then put a DS1 after it. How does that sound? Or something. Put something distorted after it. That's how your loop will sound in your plexi. Just terrible. Doesn't work. Now, if you're using it as a clean amp, it can work. If you're not distorting it, sure, it can work. If you want to use this as just a power amp, it'll work. But yeah, if you're cranking it, forget it.
Yeah, and if the amp's set clean, then you might as well just run it in the front end anyway. Like,
the only thing that kind of works on a loop with in a plexi is if you want to stick. I've seen someone do this where they stuck an EQ pedal in the loop, and then actually distorted the amp more, distorted the power section more with the EQ pedal. And frequency compensated for it. And I'm like going, okay, that worked kind of cool. Okay.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
I've got one issue. Go ahead.
Sorry. No, you go ahead, Gisha.
I got one issue with this amp. This particular thing is this big, and we've talked about it. There's a couple things, but this big dropping resistor.
Oh, this guy here. Yeah.
This is you know, and it's tied into the screen node. You know, normally we put our loops in the PI around there, but this I feel like this really messes with the tone of this amp, especially being at the screens. It doesn't make it feel right. So I always pull that shit out of there.
Not to mention it gets hot.
It's God. Yeah, put a heat gun on that. I mean, it's dropping what? So
a lot,
man.
Yeah, it's like dropping a lot.
So the voltage measured, it's 30. This loop here wants 30 volts DC. Right. Yeah. So this is dropping from 460 whatever to 30 volts, and all insane. This has been dissipated as heat. So yeah, this 10 watt thing.
Yeah, it's a built-in mini portable heater, right?
Yeah.
You know, heats up the amp nicely, keeps it warm. It's cold outside, you know.
Well, man, keeps the tone, like, you know, got to have warm tone, you know.
Yeah, warm tone. Yeah. You've got the diodes on there as well that are clamping that voltage down as well.
Yeah, right? Zener diodes.
That's right. Yeah.
But it's dissipating a lot of heat, though. I mean, they could have tapped that from anywhere. I mean, they could have just tapped it off the phase inverter node. It would have.
Oh yeah. Been better. Wouldn't mess with the feel of the amp. And then you got the humdinger over here.
Yeah, the
blue trimmer all the way to the right. Yeah,
this guy here.
The amount of those I've had to clean up, Dremel the board and everything, and get
they blew up.
They just go like epically bad. You know, whole side of the board is black and burnt in through the surface and everything. So many of them I've seen that have done that.
Oh yeah, and it could take out the power tube as well. A couple of those.
Well, that's it. I mean, as soon as you get like a failure from any of the, the high voltage points straight through the heaters, like internally in the tube. I mean, boom, straight onto the board.
Yeah,
and just blows the fuck out of it.
Go to the right a little bit, Jason, because there's another thing here. So on our screen node, we got these 57 or 56K balancing resistors, the bleeders.
Actually 68K in that amp.
Is it? Oh
yeah,
it's hard to tell. But the power.
I've got the schematic for this, so I'll bring it up.
They're usually 56, but the mains now
not
have
in
the
this era.
Tabs.
Yeah, the main they dumped the center tap connected between the two caps on this, didn't they?
Yeah, that was because of some CE something, some sort of certification thing.
Yeah. And I mean, they also didn't bother using the center tap on the heaters, obviously because of the humding there. But I mean,
it's interesting. I was looking at that amp, so I'm going to bring up the schematic for this because there are some. You guys have just pointed out a couple of small differences there. This is the reissue schematic, which is quite a tidy little scheme, actually, the way this is drawn up.
Effects card.
Can we bring this in a bit?
Yeah, that's better.
So we were down here. You can see the hum balance and the trim pot on the heaters we're just talking about. So this is how they've drawn up the mains and the screens. This is still showing the center tap. So maybe at some point they were doing it like this, and as you said, Dave, they needed to transition away for CE or something like that.
In all the ones I've seen, I've never seen one that had the high voltage center tap connected in the middle ever.
No.
Not one.
No, you can do it. I do it.
Yeah. You can totally do it. I mean, it's no problem.
Shows 56K on the scheme.
Yeah. I think the one I've got here on behind me.
It says that, but most of the time you see it 68. It's interesting.
Yeah.
There's your favorite resistor there, Shay. The 10 watt 47K.
47K. Yeah.
Straight off the screen node. Awesome.
Should have been chassis mounted.
Insane. That should be illegal for one.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. There's so many better ways of doing it.
Let's use one resistor to drop 400 volts.
Okay, so let's look at some of the variations in this. So it's 47K negative feedback off 8 ohms. All right. Okay.
Presence is wired different.
Presence is wired different. 5K, but 100K off the.
That's wrong. That's not right.
Well, that's how it's wired. The caps on the board.
Oh,
you're right,
when they do that, they do that weird thing. Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, true.
It's still going to work. But, yeah. Okay, back to an 820 with they got the bypass on the V2 on these. I mean, look, apart from the effects loop.
Yeah, it's a stock super lead.
It's a stock super lead, but you can if you mod these into an amp with preamp gain and a clean power amp, then the FX loop, it's okay.
Yeah,
change the supply for it or change it completely, but
run some shielded wires to it.
Yeah,
that would help
because if you leave the other wires, it bleeds like hell because they're under the board and right across the cathode follower.
It's not. It's not ideal.
And then you still might have to shield the board.
Yeah, that's been my experience.
Well, they got away with they did away with that one cap.
I've become an expert at making metal work.
Yeah.
Let's fabricate a shield for this effects loop board, and let's drill holes, bend the metal, and form it into something that goes around the board. And it's a little rough, but it works.
I like it. I like sitting there, clipping the corners to get a nice little angle on them and everything.
Yeah, clipping the corners.
Nice.
I have a grinder too, the grinding little bits of it that smooth out the edges so you don't cut yourself.
See, you can put like a nice radius on the corners,
Yeah.
I hate doing that.
And then you marvel, and you're like, well, I did a pretty good job at that.
Yeah.
All right, I've got one more set of pictures to put up here, guys. We're going through all the eras. We've got one more to go.
So the effects loop, those started in what, 2002?
Yeah,
maybe
around early 2000s,
somewhere in that area. Yeah, it's got to be
right. This schematic, I'm just looking at that. It's dated 2002.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
I like it. I like it.
Oh,
Wired.
What is it?
hand
You guys
wire.
know what it is?
Hand wired.
It's a beefy transformer.
Yeah, isn't it like US fuse is 5 or 6 amp, or I think 6 amp?
Yeah.
They call for.
Yeah. It is. It's about 6 amp fuse on that. Is it something weird? Like, is it 6 point?
Something like that. Yeah. For US amp.
Something like that. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah.
In the early versions of these amps, they used to have power transformers that blew up all the time. The first eras of these hand wires. They fixed that, but
yeah.
When did these hand wires launch? Anyone can remember?
a while ago.
Oh
Man, that's a good question. 2015?
Maybe something like that. No?
earlier than
Earlier?
that. Yeah. Not that. I don't think it was that far along after when the effects loop was introduced in the reissues, because I can remember.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I can remember back when these were blown up all the time. I remember a bunch of guys had them on the Metro forum, right in the early days of the Metro forum, and they were posting up about it. Because I remember happening to like 3 or 4 people. They all blew the transformer on.
Yeah, but this is a real proper hand wired.
Yeah,
It's their, I mean,
4
I
input
think,
amp.
yeah, this is their best product, I think.
it's a great amp.
It's a really faithful, recreation too. They even did the lay down. I mean,
Yeah.
they got the pink wire in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good recreation, although it is still harsher than original amp.
NFB on the speaker,
Yeah.
jack again there. So
Oh yeah, they
look
did
at
it right.
that.
They did all the
Holy
circuit
shit.
right.
They did it old school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a little harsher though. It's like
I think their output transformer is a little bit more crispy sounding.
Exactly.
yeah. I did one of them.
It's great though if you're going to gain the thing up. Like if you want to use it as like a mod platform and get it gaining and everything, it retains that real aggressive top. So that's a good thing. But if you want a real sweet sounding amp, I don't think it's the amp.
There's some little things you can do to them to make them a little sweeter.
Yeah, you can soften them up for sure. It just
like
kind
a
of
hi-fi sound to it.
Yeah, it kind of doesn't naturally want to go in that direction unless you kind of get a little bit of help. What was he?
I think there's still a lot of people. There's a lot of let's say less experienced guitar players that buy these amps because they just look amazing, right? You walk into a store or whatever and you see one of these and it's instant recall. And they buy them, and we know this, right? They buy them thinking that they're going to get that sound because they normally end up either at Shay's place or Dan's or Dave's or mine because the guy said, well, I bought this amp and it doesn't sound anything like it.
Yeah.
It's loud and clean.
Yeah, it's like obnoxiously loud. These have got like 500 volts plate voltage on these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, more than that. Like most of them I've had on the bench around 504, 506.
The funny thing is the ones I've seen recently though are a little lower. They're more like 480.
I found when they
one in, so I don't
at least in the US. That doesn't mean
I think we
anything.
talked about this, Dan. So we talked about this a few streams ago, and maybe I think you might have mentioned they might have changed them. But when the first generation of the MAV transformers came in, the voltages were definitely lower.
Oh yeah, they were.
I think you said they've changed it though.
Yeah, I noticed it in the 800 reissues because I had back when they did the first ones that had the MAV transformers in them. The 800s that I had that came in that were brand new at the time, they were around like 440.
Really low.
Yeah. Whereas like all the ones I've had since then that are like a year or two newer than that, they've all been back around like 450, 460. So yeah,
they had the primary. I remember that the primary was spec'd on those first ones. So like for here, it was actually labeled 245.
That's it.
And most of the time now we're getting 235 around the place now. Like,
we're closer to the 245. Like here, like a lot of days. Like now for some reason, like it's kind of like settled around 240, and it's pretty much dead nuts on. But there's so many times where I've plugged in and being like, "Fuck, it sounds really harsh today." I'm thinking, you feel it and you hear it. It's like, oh yeah.
And this is why I still ship every amp at 240,
mate. Yeah, do it.
And not the standard 230 because
never 230.
I'm sorry. I mean, I'd rather have it be under than over.
Yep. Agreed.
If it's 10 volts under, oh well.
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
Yeah, stick to it.
No, that's not grid stopper silliness. That's just the original Plexi. That's how they originally did it. It's only 1.5K between the tubes.
Yeah.
It is how they did that. Yep. That's got a certain sound too.
Yeah, it's very accurate to the originals on these hand wires.
Yeah. Good amp.
Yeah, these are good amps.
Yeah.
I think this is they still sell a ton of these for obvious reasons. Has anyone seen a modded yet? Anyone had a modded series on the bench?
No.
Not yet. No.
Still not.
I can't believe that. I guess I can. I don't know.
I don't even know anyone that owns one.
I don't know if there's many of them. Who knows?
I know someone who owns one, but there's no reason to work on it, as of yet. So,
in my searching around yesterday for looking for good pictures to use on the show today, there's actually, I came across I think must be quite a recent thread on, I think it's on the gear page, and someone's posted all the gut shots of a 59 modified.
Oh, really?
Super, super clear. Yeah.
I'll have to go check
I'll find it. I'll find it and send it through. I mean, anyone can search for it and find it, but it's everything we've already talked about, right? There's no shielded wire, and it's all that's their standard, standard wiring that you see in that hand wired, and a lot of it cable tied together as well.
Yeah.
So there's no separation between a lot of the stuff. So.
I bet the 900 sounds decent. They got two, I've looked at some gut shots and I was looking at it going, well, this might sound pretty good.
The reissue 900.
Yeah, the modified one.
The 800.
Or the 800. Sorry. The 800 modified.
Yeah. The 800. I saw a few pretty clear up close gut shots of the modded 800, and there's a couple of interesting things there with the cathode.
Are they're changing the cathode on the second gain stage then?
Yeah, but there's diodes there.
Yeah, saw that.
So yeah, could be there.
Could be like the Jubilee's got some weird clipping up front like that.
Yeah, but this is on the cathode though, so it's not clipping diodes. It's basically just essentially like it's what other amp uses the diode to bias the cathode? The 2210 and 2205. They've got one stage where you've got your resistor, and then you've got a diode instead of a cathode cap. Kind of acts like a perfect capacitor essentially on paper, in that sense. So it's kind of doing that sort of thing. It's interesting that they chose to do it that way instead of sticking a specific cap value or something typically.
We'll see. We'll see one day. It won't be long.
Yeah. It looks like it's that, and it looks like it's two different cap values, like coupling cap values for the what do they call it is it for the tight switch they call it? Tight or it's just a really small cap and then your normal cap in parallel with it.
Yeah.
So it's all kind of like simple stuff. Like we assumed it was going to be.
Yeah. 220K anode, saw that up front. So, they juiced it a little bit.
Yeah.
That's not switchable. That's just part of the.
Yeah.
Have to put that in as part of the mod. Yeah.
Do you have one more pic? You said, Jason, or no?
What's that?
Did you say you had one more picture? or did we already do that?
No, I think we ran the gamut of it all.
That's all the way, man.
Yeah.
We did
From
all eras.
68 with the witches' hats all the way through to the 1959
Yeah,
hand
man.
white. And
There we
everything in
go.
between.
Yeah.
Everything you wanted to know about a Super Lead and a lot of stuff that you didn't want to know as well.
Well,
Yeah.
we learned that JMP means nothing, and neither is JCM 800 because a JCM 800 can be a 1959
Right.
Plexi.
There.
My Plexi JCM 800.
Yeah.
I think what four-holer. That's what we figured out today.
Everyone seemed to like the idea of 4 holes.
Four-holer. That's what we're talking about.
It's got 4 holes.
No Plexi. Plexi is reserved for Plexi. Or Plexi reissue. That's
Yeah.
You have to say that, right, Dave? Yeah.
Yep.
Otherwise,
exactly.
you've got to say
Exactly.
Yeah. All cool amps though.
Yeah.
Yeah, all great, man.
Variations, but they're all cool in their own way.
I agree. That's it. All right, guys. We might be
We're done.
Oh, there you go.
This is stupid. This is at the part of the stream where stupid shit like this starts to get talked about.
Don't get us in trouble.
All right.
Hold on.
Cool.
Let me make sure I got reactions this time.
There we go.
Got it. Thanks to all for tuning in. We've had another good run of people on the stream today. So, we'll see you next time. Don't forget, if you've got a stockish amp, you can email it to me. Email it jason@headfirstamps.com, and we'll put it on the show next time and tell you what you've really got.
I should just start sending you pictures that I see.
Yeah.
What about this?
That's it.
Might need to make a separate email for this.
Yeah.
Email, you know.
Yeah, you might want to.
You don't want to get your head first flooded
That's
with.
right.
You know,
Well,
amp
I started to put a label on them so I could filter them
Okay.
away. But,
right on.
That's the way to do it. Otherwise, they just get. I figured about them. All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
See you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Take care. See you
Peace
soon.
out.